5-4. We win the Texans and Packers games. So, frustrating, maddening. So anyway, we'll circle back, but on to the Jaguars. And listen, the game ultimately came down the other day to the ebb and flow of an NFL game. Over the course of 59 of 60 minutes, you're going to have your good times, you're going to have your bad. You hope the good outweigh the bad. If you get in a hole, you hope you dig out of it. If you get ahead, you hope you hold. It's that simple. There's the formula in a Sunday afternoon. Jags, built a hole. Trevor gave away some points, but to his credit, carried him out, got him downfield, got into a tie. And at 27, all the defense came back on the field. And so it began, and it happened in the most unconscionable way. If you're trying to protect a tie and go to overtime, you can't give up a big play. You can't have a bust in coverage. Ryan Nielsen, Jaguars defensive coordinator, met the media yesterday. And first things first, short and to the point when it comes to that busted coverage that cost the team Sunday against Green Bay.
Yeah, sure. I got to change up the coverage. It's on me. I got to change up the coverage. Don't play different coverage in that situation.
Well, there you go. Simple as that. Yeah, there's a lot more than that. Go ahead and take the bullet right now. This guy's is full of bullet holes, right? Ryan Nielsen has to. There might be they've performed so bad in our evaluation at this point, and ultimately falls with the coordinators. The bar's so low, it's almost like house money. You can't do any worse. See if you can figure out some answers, maybe get some guys back. I don't know. Change up something. They switched from the 3-4 to the 4-3. It hadn't seemed to enhance Josh Allen a bit, right? He's only got, 2.5, 3.5 sacks maybe? And so they've just been unable to get a stop when they have to have one. We've been in the fourth quarter games, and every time we're in the fourth, the other team, the Dolphins, drive down, get the game-winning field goal. Texans drive down, get the game-winning touchdown. Packers drive down, get the game-winning field goal. That's 3 times, fourth quarter, the final minute. 0 for 3, guys. 0 for 3. There is no situation where we got the ball trying to protect the lead and you jokers came through. Not a one. So coach, scheme, personnel, whatevs. It's been the big play that's really hurt the Jaguars, which is ironic as you go to Philly, who has big play potential, right? That's certainly evident with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith playing receiver. It is a tough ask for a beleaguered defense, but ironically, despite the Jags' penchant for giving up the big play and the Eagles' ability to provide some, what is Philly famous for? The shortest of plays in football, but perhaps, at least at a time, maybe a year ago, the most famous of the moment, and it's the tush push. And how do you stop it? No one so far has had an answer.
They do a great job of, the conversion rate is at an all-time high, right? So they've been stopped, and you just got to, it's a strain play, and you just got to outstrain them. That's really what it comes down to. You got to play lower than them, you got to push harder than them, and they executed at a high level. We're going to have to do a really good job of just executing and pushing. And then the other thing, and let's not get into that situation. That's a lot easier said than done, but let's keep them out of the third and fourth and ones.
All right, so there's the defensive hopes heading to Philly. Look, the interior of our defensive line, no bueno. Let's just, if I'm the Eagles, if I get it to the 4, I just start the tush push. I guarantee you they score within 2 plays. Guarantee you. We could line up 5 across 2 deep, and they'd still push us back 6 yards into the end zone. At least that's the gumption, the ability, the strength, the power, the want to that this Jaguars defense and defensive line have showed us thus far through 8 games as they've matched up with other he-men from across the country and the world. They've gotten pushed around. They've gotten slapped and tickled. Oh, aren't they cute? Every stat that measures it shows it. Across the board. Those 11 dudes, when they go in the film room, it's like watching the Looney Tunes. Like, you may as well put Tom and Jerry up for an hour, Coach. I'm dating myself. Then it's incredibly frustrating. And then you add to the frustration with an offensive side of the ball that until now seem to have enough pieces in place to go to work and win games for you if you have to. And that wasn't the case when they were scoring 17 or 14. But, when you get 27 like you do at home, your defense ought to be able to answer. That doesn't, though, explain or excuse the slow starts. They've started 2 games at home here down 10-0. They started at London against the Patriots down 10-0. Slow start after slow start after slow start. Hey, Press Taylor, what gives, bro?
Yeah, it's certainly something we're looking into because, the statistics of gaining an early lead at the end of the quarter, into the half, things like that are critical. It changes the way you play the entire game if you're playing with a lead versus playing from behind. So that's something we're looking at. But, when we got to be efficient early on in certain situations. There's some areas of our game where we're not as efficient early in a game, and we kind of find our stride later, and we got to figure out what that is.
Yeah, we do. You're right. 8 flipping games in, we got to figure that out. I don't know. Maybe figure it out after Cleveland went up 10-0 week 2. Cleveland and New England among those teams that have jumped to 10-0, by the way. I haven't looked. Maybe the other guys were up 10-0. I don't know. We scored first against the Bears 3-0, but it was quickly 14-3, same thing. Started fast in Miami and then fumbled and frittered it away. Should get Travis Etienne back this week. Don't know for sure on Brian Thomas Jr. This is a toughness check, kid. That's what we got here early on. We got a toughness check. What we got? I'm not one to play through another man's pain. Not saying it. Don't know how it registers versus others and how others might respond. But if you ask me on a team that's shorthanded at receiver and you're our best guy, a little bit of a toughness check. I won't judge you if you can't go because, like I said, I don't know. I'm not walking around in your body. Be nice to see him gut through it. It's gonna be really nice to see Etienne and Bigsby in that backfield if they're both healthy. And now we bring in, though, issues and injuries to a degree on the offensive line. Might be Cooper Hodges at guard. Don't know for sure on Ezra Cleveland. My inclination is that he'll gut it out and play. A change at left tackle for good. You're going to hear from Walker Little next segment, in fact. But it's off to Philly at 2-6. Look, Jets won last night. They get to 3-6. Back to the Thursday night game. Aaron Rodgers had a miserable first half, 32 passing yards, and then went off for $180 and 3 touchdowns in the second half. Hey, I got Jamar Chase. Y'all can have Garrett Wilson. How did Mike drop our conversation from yesterday? That ain't no average receiver yesterday that made the catch of the year in the NFL. Leads the league in catches, 5 touchdowns now, and third in yards. Yeah. Second, but he's played an extra game. Garrett Wilson and the Jets. Aaron Rodgers has a big second half. Devontae Adams and he hook up, I think, 77th time in their career. And it's too bad because the Texans are rickety right now, man. We're going to look up here in a couple weeks, gang. The Texans are going to be 7-5. We're going to be like, man. So let's think about that real quick. If the Texans are going to be 7-5, and they are, okay, y'all listen to me on this one. They don't have Nico Collins for another couple of weeks. Stephon Diggs is done. Their O-line is terrible, man. 8 sacks allowed last night for the Texans. 8. They lost at the Jets last week. They got to play the Lions on Sunday Night Football next week. They're going to lose that one. Yeah, there's no, at home, look at us, we're still good. No, the Lions are going to plaster them. So then they're going to be 6-4. Then they're going to go to Dallas on a Monday nighter, and the Cowboys are going to decide, look, we really need to finally maybe play a game here at some point, and they're going to lose that one, and they're going to be 6-5. Then they're going to play the Titans at home, which they'll win. They'll be 7-5 coming to Jacksonville. That's what's about to happen. Until they get their guys back. Now, they'll get Collins back for the Lions game. So, actually, they got a bye right now. That'll help. Maybe they got some O-line injuries. I don't know. But, man, if you watched that game last night, it was like watching a 5-win football team. And back to my original statement. And I'm sure because of the nature of the position, because of what he showed last year, I'm sure C.J. Stroud this morning, although the 8 sacks gives you a bit of an asterisk for sure, I'm sure he's getting the Trevor treatment a little bit. You expect your quarterback to be a whole lot better than this. You ready for the stat line? 11 for 30. 11 for 30. Quarterback rating of 59. Failed to get 200 yards past it. The Jets defense is good, and, he was pressured, sacked, and didn't go well. So a couple, 3 of the sacks probably could have been avoided. You're trying to do something. You're trying to make plays. C.J. Stroud, I'm sure, is still a really good quarterback. But he's nowhere near on the kind of pace that he set last year when y'all all put him in the daggum Hall of Fame. Leading that charge, by the way, was C.J. Stroud himself. But a season after 23 touchdowns and 5 picks and a passer rating of 100.8. Stroud's got 11 touchdowns, 4 picks. Golly, though, Boot, he's been sacked 30 times, 30 times! That's not going to hold up, man. Not, though, on the pace that he was a year ago. His passer rating's down there where Trevor's is. He's playing more like Trevor, quite frankly. They have real similar stat lines to this point of the season. All right, let's take a quick break. Let's come back. Let's talk to Captain Kev. You'll hear from Walker Little, his new role, back in a starting spot for the Jaguars. We'll hear from the new left tackle. It's good timing. What an opportunity for Walker Little. He goes into free agency. And an intriguing offer is out there for Caitlin Clark. One that you guys wanted her to take, one that I'm telling you will be a career ender. But we can share that news with you as well. You're listening to, actually, no, this is a little bit different. This is the women's version, so never mind. But details on all you CC fans. This is The Drill on 1010XL. It's Football Friday, brought to you by GFL. That's Green for Life. Back with more next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Defense just stepping up and playing dominant.
A strong fence protects your yard like a stout defense protects the bank.
#1 takeaway defense.
Each week, Superior Fence and Rail presents the Defensive Player of the Game on 1010XL.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents in 50 United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry periods for the Shadow Sweepstakes promotion from 8/19/24 to 12/15/24. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsored administrator, Everbank NA, member FDIC.
Attention poker fans, the World Poker Tour is dealing hot at Best Bet Jacksonville now through November 19th. The action is fierce with 14 pulse-pounding tournaments, including the Best Bet Mystery Bounty and the $5,000 no-limit hold'em main event with a jaw-dropping $1 million prize pool up for grabs. Your shot at Poker Glory is just a buy-in away. For tournament schedules and details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com. Best Bet Jacksonville and the World Poker Tour, where today's players become tomorrow's legends.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by November 7th.
Pre-Game Friday is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Big Chief Tire offers affordable quality tires for every type of vehicle. Frank Frangie here. Whether you're looking for all-season tires, high-performance options, or something more budget-friendly, Big Chief has the perfect set to keep you rolling. Their expert technicians ensure your tires are installed quickly and safely so you can drive with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and check out their unbeatable tire deals today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
All right, here we go.
Former Jaguars QB David Garrard joins Jaguars Today to talk Jags.
All right, guys.
Mondays on 1010XL.
Let's go, Googans. Let's go, Googans.
Brought to you by WaterboyJacks.com.
What is that?
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Let's start the debate. Why would someone buy a new car from you? We have an exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new vehicle. We offer a competitive wow price plus free oil changes. How much will someone get for their trade? We offer more than $4,000 over KBV value. Well, we never lose a trade over price. Okay, when is the best time to buy a car? Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter which side you pick. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, you get it all. Let us show you why we're the winning vote.
In its final year, we encourage you to help create great futures for young people when you run or walk at Mackenzie's Run, Saturday, November 23rd. Join Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida for a 5K and 1 mile fun run through the beautiful stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. Enjoy food, live music, face painting, family fun, and more at our Runners Village. Register at mackenziesrun.org. Mackenzie's 5K and Fun Run, November 23rd. mackenziesrun.org.
Get Gators play-by-play on 1010XL. Brought to you by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors. Proud partner of the Florida Gators.
Hey folks, Captain Kevin Favor here with a question. What would you put in your dream backyard paradise? A cozy fire pit? A top-notch outdoor kitchen? A luxurious fireplace? Or a stylish pergola? If you can dream it, CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can build it. They're your one-stop shop for everything you need, from designing and building your dream outdoor kitchen to crafting the perfect fireplace. CSS is ready to turn your outdoor space into a breathtaking retreat. CSS has delivered high-quality, long-lasting dream projects to their customers since 2008. But now, it's time for them to build your dream. Call CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living today, 904-389-2700, or visit CSSOutdoor.com to see their impressive work. Don't miss out. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living, 904-389-2700.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. Now, Captain Kevin Favor's Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
All right, 6 o'clockers. Some of you may or may not be aware of my cohorts here. They like to break out what they call the 9 o'clock nasty. Here I am, just minding my own business. We fire up the little bit of wiggle, bringing Captain Kevin Favor. I'm just driving along Saturday morning, minding my own business. I'm up early, so I'm going to go get an oil change. Listen to my boys on the outdoor show. Just good, clean, wholesome fun. And suddenly, banana hammocks are out, all kinds of untoward stuff. I don't know what's going on.
Did they have the Saturday morning nasty going on?
That little 7 a.m. something.
Yeah. Just we're talking about the heat, mosquitoes.
Sure.
Yeah.
What you got to do sometimes.
That's right.
It's giving you some.
You have to get down to the skivvies.
I would say this in that segment. I would call things that you can't unsee or unhear. That's all. Right. This is one of those segments. We have a lot of those here, Kev. So you're in good company.
I know you do. I listen. I get a chance to listen a lot this time of year because I'm deer hunting. And so I listen to about 90% of the show. So it's
wow.
Fun.
Well, good. Cool.
Yeah.
Look at us. Okay, I better watch myself. What's where are we at on the water? Or is everything cooperating? Looking like a good weekend?
No, it's been fantastic. It's been fantastic. The inshore fishing, and again, we talked about this.
You were expecting it.
November. Yeah, expecting it. You get nice weather this time of year, you're going to catch fish. And talking to my guys on the forecast show last night, they all had different reports. A lot of trout, a lot of small trout around, a lot of rat reds, which again you expect all of those this time of year. And there are still plenty of slot fish. Probably the best fishing we have right now is the sheepshead fishing. That water temperature is perfect for sheepshead fishing. And all the guys that are fishing the typical spots, the Mayport jetties and rocks and stuff like that. But we're catching a ton of sheep's head up in the river, Jeff, which I've been fishing here a long time, buddy, and I've never seen it like this. I mean, literally, there's, we're catching sometimes 8, 10, 15 sheep's head a trip on places that we're red fishing. You know what I mean? On the edge of the intercoastal and places like that. We're nowhere near the inlet, so that's been a big bonus. The guys that
well, let me ask you a question, Kev, because I think of sheep's head, and I think exclusively congregating either on the rocks or on the docks. So, you're just catching them on the ocean floor. What are they around? Or are there jetties jutted out there?
No. We're fishing the edge of the intercoastal. You fished with me before, you know. I mean, just places that we're red fishing. And, you know, and 8
I know exactly what you're talking about. Wow.
And you know, throwing a shrimp or a fiddler crab out there just like you would for a redfish.
So it's almost one of these deals where you're targeting redfish, maybe with live shrimp, and then you're getting hit with
you're getting bit with sheep's head.
So let's go to the crab. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, give me that all day.
Yes, for sure. Me too. I'm in.
Yeah. But just real quick, the guys that made it offshore last weekend just absolutely blistered the wahoo. I mean, which was really cool. I got some great videos, and I don't know if you remember last Saturday, we talked about it. There was no wind. I mean, it was flat calm, and everybody went, and so they had a great time. Unfortunately, I don't see. It's kind of a weird forecast, Jeff, that there's not much wind blowing. I mean, they're calling for East 5 today, but they're calling for like up to 7-foot seas. I mean, so yeah, small craft advisories in effect. I mean, it's going to be a beautiful day. I mean, I've got an inshore trip, but yeah, for the guys that are, I'm sure they're jumping to get back out there and wahoo fish, but I don't see that in the next few days. I think that the seas are just going to be too big, but I think inshore fishing is going to be. I know it is. It's going to be fantastic, and the weather's going to be fantastic.
This is seafood platter fishing, man. Bring me home some wahoo and some sheep's head, and I'm good for a week.
Dude, me too. I mean, I did a trip last Friday. I did it with Josh Deegan.
Okay. Oh yeah. I heard from yeah.
Okay, and because you
heard from his pops.
And I get in and I said, I think we had like 8 or 10, sheep's head and drum. I said, I'm taking half of that.
Yeah, those are good ones.
He's like, okay.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, good stuff.
All right, my man. Well, those that don't like to fish, at least, the surfers that are out there in the crowd, they don't get the kind of weeks it sounds like 7 feet bring. Is it going to be that kind of surf? I mean, like surfing surfer.
There's going to be waves.
Right? Like 7 feet. I mean, I'm being serious, man. I mean, today might be the day you see the surfers.
If you like to surf,
I
mean,
this is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
By the way, all you 40 and 50 somethings out there that say, "Oh, I haven't surfed in a while," you just keep your butt at home. Go out there and watch them.
Yeah.
Outdoor show tomorrow.
Outdoor show tomorrow. Loggerman's out of town because they have to leave early due to Florida, Georgia. So Captain Chip Wingo will be sitting in for him. It'll be fun.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, man.
Thanks, buddy. Have a great week.
There he goes. That's Captain Kevin Favor. Every Friday morning he gives us the fishing report. We told you last week it was good. He tried to tell you, and then went out and slayed them all week. So kudos to the Cap. And kudos to Tom Coughlin. So here's how I interpret the difference between this year and last. I can't remember the coach they ended up putting in. It was one of the old-timers, and shame on me for not remembering the Hall of Fame name. The coach that went in last year was a pre-Super Bowl era, was a title winner. Golly, it's right there on the tip of my tongue. E.T., what coach went into the Hall last year?
Heads to Google.
Yeah, go to that Google machine and fire him up. Google knows everything. Now powered by AI. You're welcome. I just threw that in there. But this is how it's different. There's this like committee that chooses 9 coaches. Okay? Former coaches. Then it goes to a blue ribbon committee, and they choose one of those 9 to go into the voting process with the rest of the Hall of Fame finalists when you get to that point, or to the 25 when you get to that point. So this is just to advance to the general overall voting. Oh, Coryell last year. So I know Don Coryell, and he didn't win a Super Bowl. It's ridiculous, quite frankly, that Don Coryell is in the Hall of Fame ahead of not just Tom Coughlin, but a couple of the others that are on this list I'm about to read you. But here was the point I was going to make. If you go to the headlines of the story this year, top billing goes to Tom Coughlin. That matters. If you go to ESPN, Coughlin, Shanahan, lead list of Hall of Fame coach, nominees. Go to NSBC, go to any of them. The first name that's listed among a very talented group of coaches that will be up for potential nomination and enshrinement. Coughlin is, here's Pro Football Talk. Tom Coughlin, Mike Shanahan among 9 coaching semifinalists for Hall of Fame. I think that matters. I think that shows kind of a shift in the visibility. It helps Tom that he went into the ring this year, right, to the Pride. And that was national news. That made the Sunday night shows. I think the two here are the most legitimate. And I think Coughlin is head and shoulders better than these guys for a big reason, and that is this. He started from scratch. My man took the ingredients. He didn't take over a successful restaurant and make it better. George Seifert, you're disqualified. You're the Barry Switzer. You stepped in for Bill Walsh. Everything was humming. You had Rice and Montana. My guy had, Randy Jordan and Steve Berline when he first trotted out there. His receivers were Ernest Givens and Cedric Tillman, and not the good one. That's his son, by the way, that plays for Cleveland. So to start from scratch and build that team into an AFC power in just in a heartbeat, and then to go on and not just win 2 Super Bowls, but beat the unbeatable Patriots. 1 year undefeated. It was really kind of mind-boggling. No local ties, considered that Coughlin's not in the Hall of Fame already. Anyway, he headlines the list of 9 that, again, goes to a blue ribbon committee that'll pare it down to 1, and then they go to the entire selection committee for possible election. But the 9 are Tom Coughlin, and I feel a guy who has an equal argument, Mike Shanahan. Mike Shanahan was really good. Right? And yeah, he had a great talent, too. The one thing that Coughlin did, and I know Eli will be a Hall of Famer, but he ain't John Elway. Coughlin did it with, not the premier, so many of the great coaches are paired with an all-time Belichick, all-time great. Guess what? Brady. Walsh, all-time great. Guess what? Montana. Steve Young. Chuck Noll, all-time great. Guess what? 9 Hall of Famers. You're paired with the elite of the elite talent. Coughlin never was. Even Eli, being a Hall of Famer, was never considered the top quarterback in the game while he was playing. Anywho, it's Coughlin, Shanahan, George Seifert. He did win 2 with the 49ers, not to be discounted. In fact, if you've won 2 Super Bowls, can we just have a year where we put all the 2-time Super Bowl winning coaches in the Hall? Is that fair, E?
Sounds right to me.
If a guy wins 2 Super Bowls as a coach, isn't that a Hall of Famer to you?
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue 1. I'm not ready to do that. I'm watching Doug Peterson coach in 2024. But if you win 2 Super Bowls, to me, you're a Hall of Fame coach. And it's surprising that it's not viewed that way more unanimously. Mike Holmgren, another good argument, but he's only got 1. And then you get into a bunch of guys, what are we doing? Bill Arnsparger, Chuck Knox, Dan Reeves, Marty Schottenheimer, Clark Shaughnessy, all in the Hall of Very Good. None ever should be in the Hall of Fame. 2 Super Bowls. The Jags, 2 AFC title games. Huh? A Super Bowl as an assistant coach. Yeah, Coughlin should already be in there. I would imagine it's going to come down to Coughlin, Shanahan in that first vote. All right, Walker Little, Promise on the other side. Trust me, it's compelling stuff. You're going to want to stick around. Also, football fix and more. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
If you have a slow-draining sink or toilet that sounds like it's about to back up, imagine the potential plumbing emergency when you have family over for the holidays. Flush after flush after flush. Avoid holiday clogs with a call to Duck today. Duck Rooter will come and resolve those plumbing issues so you can enjoy a free-flowing holiday season. Call 904-862-6769. Visit duckrooter.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
I've been telling you about the premium luxury storage that's coming in Atlantic Beach. Spots are open now for purchase. Need to get in on this. What are the reasons for purchasing a unit here at the shed? Well, there are plenty of them. Who's it for? Well, if you're running out of room at home for your cars, toys, extras, it's a place where you can store and work on projects. You got large RV, fifth wheels. You want premier indoor storage for your investment. Maybe you don't live locally, have a place to keep your Florida things. Maybe you're between houses, looking to move to Atlantic Beach, temporary, long-term storage in that manner. Maybe you got long-term projects going on. You want to leave parts out, do frame-up, restorations. Maybe it's a man cave hangout, watch games, have a golf simulator. Business owners, I mean, the uses are endless. Premium uses with premium storage for premium possessions to be valued and protected. Go to theshed.com and schedule your appointment today or call 555-3195. It's theshedjacks.com. That's theshedjacks.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. You gotta just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course football. They're very grateful for you all, the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you, so get ready for the holidays. Book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, fill it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Thinning or balding hair? Introducing Scalp Micropigmentation now at IHRS. SMP is a procedure for men and women, looks like your own growing hair, and corrects thinning areas. SMP is perfect for men and women who shave their head and want a full head of hair look. Call IHRS now, 904-777-IHRS, 904-777-4477, or visit hairforme.com today.
Sometimes you agree with him, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
It's your boy Eats the Tea here, and have you hit on any bets yet this week? Our listeners been killing it betting with my bookie, turning spreads, over-unders, and prop bets into straight cash, homie. If you haven't heard, it's Florida-Georgia week. On Saturday, the action pops off with the Florida Gators as 16-point underdogs to the Georgia Bulldogs. The over-under game total is 52 points. That'll be one of the most bet-on games of the weekend, so keep your eye on the line. You know it doesn't stop there. On Sunday, you have projected shootouts with the Cowboys versus the Falcons in the 52-point over-under total. The Dolphins-Bills game total is 49, and the Lions-Packers game is a 48-point game total. Jacksonville goes to Philly as a 7.5-point underdog to the Eagles. And then you cap off the night with Sunday Night Football. The Joe Flacco-led coach traveled to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. And my bookie has that double deposit bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit up to $1,000. It's the best deposit bonus in the industry. So sign up now with my promo code 1010XL and make yourself a winner with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you today about having a grateful spirit. As we journey in life, it's so easy to take things for granted. But I want to encourage you to never get tired of thanking God for your blessings. Take time also to thank the people in your life who have and are helping you to become the person you are today. Don't go through life complaining, go through life praising.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
What is the only city to host both the Summer and Winter Olympics? The answer next.
Does your homeowner's insurance company contact you before, during, or after a big storm? If not, then it's time for you to contact Southern Oak Insurance. Find us online at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Beijing is the only city that has hosted both the Summer and the Winter Olympics.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Still feeling the sting from the loss to Green Bay, Jaguar defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen took the blame for the coverage on the late busted play.
It's on me. I got to change up the coverage. Don't play different coverage in that situation.
Jaguar OC Press Taylor is impressed with his quarterback having developed confidence in his replacement wideouts.
He has a lot of confidence in those guys. He spends a lot of time off to the side, throwing with those guys, talking with those guys. Not only does he have confidence in them, I think they know he has confidence in them.
Jag offensive tackle Walter Little looks to make the most of his opportunity with the trade of Cam Robinson.
A really good opportunity to get a play and get a play in multiple games, and they got to go against really good talent, straight for opportunity, and go out there and perform.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, back here on the drill. GFL Friday. Florida, Georgia tomorrow here. 16-point favorites now, the Dogs over the Gators. More on that matchup. We got the quarterback whisperer today. His guy Carson Beck in town, and Anthony Richardson in the news. So we'll pick the brain of the whisperer, see where those guys are at right now. Well, she is the goose that has laid the golden egg for every women's basketball player. Caitlin Clark now mulling the decision whether or not to join not whether, she will. It's how much are they going to pay her to play in this new 3-on-3 league. So this is how it's gone for women's hoops, right? This is the timeline.
All right.
The WNBA floundered in anonymity and darkness and complete disinterest for however long it's been around. Is that fair?
Fair.
To general population. I'm not discounting the, pockets of this fan or that fan that also exist for Frisbee golf and pickleball. So it toiled for however long it's been around, 30 years, into anonymity and darkness and disinterest and almost viewed as a charitable arm of the NBA. And forever and ever, this was the WNBA. And then Caitlin Clark, shot through college stardom like probably no collegiate woman ever in any sport, arrived to the WNBA, and suddenly games are watched by millions of people, arenas around the league sell out, and the girls go out and the ladies go out and form now based on this sudden visibility and popularity based entirely on just one person, a 3-on-3 league. And this 3-on-3 league, which is called Unrivaled, is paring down their final roster spots. It's going to feature all of the quote-unquote stars of the WNBA. The league's going to have 36 players, 6 teams of 6 for its first season. of 3-on-3 basketball, and they're lining up and joining, and it's basically if it's a woman, if it's a name in women's hoops that they've already committed, and they're now continuing with their aggressive bid to add Caitlin Clark, the only one that matters in the entire league. And as evidence, I will submit to you that if said 3-on-3 unrivaled league gets going for the WNBA quote stars and Caitlin Clark's not in it, no one will watch. So she's expected to get $1 million to participate. I'd ask for more. Just on basic principle. Hold on now. I came to the league and I was just this, that. I was just a ball hog and I was that, and everyone else is the star. And so, yeah, we'll see then. I'm not playing. Give me $5 million. I'd like to see her turn the tables just one time. Show just a little bit of awareness. But she's way, healthier than I am, She's not that necessarily for Caitlin Clark. So, yeah, look for her to get that $1 million and for 3-on-3 to come on TV and you to watch every now and then when you realize Caitlin Clark is playing basketball on television. And then when you won't watch when I tell you the list of other names, whoever they are and however good a basketball player they may be. This is, though, here's the Shazam Spotlight for you. And I knew this, but I didn't, I guess. It's like a dirty little secret. You think running backs are undervalued? E.T., what you think Caitlin Clark's salary was last year in the WNBA? What did Caitlin Clark's salary in the WNBA last year as a rookie for the Indiana Fever? Number one pick overall.
I'd say like 120.
Yeah, $76,000 is what Caitlin Clark got paid last year.
Okay.
Man, I'm all for the wheels of capitalism and all, but that may be the most underpaid athlete in the history of sport. Right? For the visibility, for what she's brought, for the number of times her name has been mentioned. I mean, that is, she's probably what, though, in endorsements makes just tons.
I think she's about 5'10", 5 to 10 off the court.
I would say that's probably pretty accurate. Anyway, back to the Jags and the Eagles and a change on the offensive line. Walker Little gets it now, not due to injury or suspension or any other reason. Hey, bro, we want you to be our left tackle.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's tough losing him. He was a great player, great leader, great guy in the line room, and taught me a lot over my 4 years here. But it is the business, and stuff happens, and I'm happy for him and excited for his opportunity. But yeah, I mean, I got a big shoes to fill, and I'm excited for the opportunity, and excited to go up to Philly this week and get a win.
All right, listen, the last part's important. I saw this stat. Tell me if this surprises you. E to the Thaler end. Jets won last night. They improved to 3-6.
Okay.
And I saw the ESPN analytics gives the Jets a 16% chance of making the playoffs.
All right.
So if the Jaguars win and get a 3-6, I'm just assuming that gives the Jaguars a 16% chance to make the playoffs?
You would think.
But hold on now. We had a 1% chance when we were 0-4. Again, there's that if is the size of a skyscraper, right? If they win, yeah, sure they're going to win. Sure they are. They're not going to give up huge plays in the pass game and then get tush-pushed for 6 yards and 38 points in Philly. It sure feels like it's more likely to go that way. But here's Walker Little on the mindset of a team that more than shoulder pads against the wall at 2-6.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all know a lot of this team, too, was here when we were 3-7 and turned it around. So I think we know that in this league, anything can happen, and you can get on a roll at any time. So, we're hoping it starts this week in Philadelphia.
All right, let's offer you up a football fix. Thursday Night Football, as always, kicks off the work week. Texans are in trouble. They're lucky. They got, maybe Indy will make a charge at them. I don't know. They're lucky our guys decided to play patty cake for the first 8 weeks and shoot themselves out of the race. But the Texans, and C.J. Stroud was not good last night, and he was pressured to death. I mean, I don't know how good you can be if you're sacked 8 times, man. And amazingly, with everything that the Texans did this offseason, all these moves, Super Bowl contender, not so fast. We were consistent this offseason, E. Yeah, let me see it first. I think we're getting just a little bit ahead of ourselves. C.J. Stroud has not improved at all on last year. And in fact, in many ways, he's not been quite as good. But again, he's been sacked 30 times. So I don't know what I don't know what to tell you. Trevor's up there in the 20s, I think. Maybe it's 18. Anywho, the Texans, not good at all. They lose 21-13 to the Jets. Big night for Garrett Wilson, 9 for 90, a couple of touchdowns, catches, including what will be the catch of the year in the National Football League. God bless instant replay, man. I've seen more catches ruled a catch because the shin was in the last 3 years than I have in the first 54 I was on the planet. Marvin Jones, I think, was the first time ever I saw a call stand because they said his shin down there next to his ankle hit before he got out of bounds. And it was the same thing last night with Garrett Wilson, who went up one hand, jump man, grabbed it. And Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams had a touchdown pass. Aaron Rodgers had 3 in the second half. Jets beat the Texans 21-13, so there is Houston now 6-3, but they've beaten Indy twice and they've beaten the Jags already. All those close games, by the way. All right, Puka Nacua, man, guy came back for a week. He's now injured his knee. In practice yesterday, had to leave. It's, quote, not believed serious. That's now code in the NFL, not believed to be serious for 4 to 6 weeks, it seems. You know who else was not believed to be serious, Z?
Who that?
Christian McCaffrey.
Right?
He's on a milk carton somewhere. Chris Olave of the Saints, their receiver, considering going to that big extra protective guardian cap. We're seeing more and more players around the league. It is an odd look, man. Like I said, it's like watching the old backyard football. You kids played the video game. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Just some headlines from the National Football League. Big news. Texans lose last night to the Jets. Hicken and Rival more come your way next. Got a lot of Florida-Georgia talk as we move through this Friday morning. Kickoff Eve, we call it. We also have the Quarterback Whisperer today, the Friday 5-pack, and more. All right, before we go to break, there's this. I've had a couple people forward me this with the laughing emoji, and so I suppose this is a fresh joke for many of you out there, and because it's the first one I recall. We may have had one more fan do this, but it's the first one that I called the local variety. There's a bunch of different spins on this. So when I read you this obit, you're going to go, oh, yeah, I've heard that before in Pittsburgh or, Chicago or Boston or anywhere else. But like I said, I've had a number of people forward it to me, haven't seen it for the first time. So it says, well, you know what? Even though I've heard this particular quip or joke so many times, a lot of people obviously haven't. So Robert Nelson Signor Jr., God rest his soul, passed away last week. He's a doctor down in St. Augustine. And in the obituary that he wrote for the newspaper down there and for the funeral home, he started, if you're reading this, I've gone on a long hayride, and then he just goes through all of the happenings and occurrences and highlights and memories of his life. And along the way, he says, I have good memories of the hospital and my peers, whom we discuss various topics, especially the Jacksonville Jaguars. I've always said that when I die, I want 6 Jaguars to be my pallbearers, and they can let me down one last time. Have you heard that joke before, Ree? Is that a new one?
Yeah, that's a new one.
Okay, good. I'm glad I told it. That one's been around forever, dude. I mean, that was around when I was a kid. And there have been, if you Google that one, you're going to find a Cubs fan that died in 1985, or a Red Sox fan that died in 2000, or this fan or college football fan, or whatever it is. This is a sports fan play that's been made. But yeah, I'm glad I brought it up, and you've got a chuckle out of it if you've not heard that spin before. So, and listen, by the way, peace and prayers to the Signor family. Thanks for your sense of humor on your way out. All right, Hicken Arrival, more next at GFL Friday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Game day hits the ground running early with news and notes, fun facts, and the names you need to know with a Terminix Kickoff Show.
Let's go!
5 hours before kickoff. Presented by Clearwater Irrigation and Gatorade on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Why go big or go home when you can go epic and save at Arlington Toyota? Mia here, and right now you can lease a new 2024 Corolla LE for only $89 a month. A new 2025 Camry SE for only $129 per month. Need an SUV? Then lease a new 2024 RAV4 XLE for only $199 per month. Our friends at Arlington even have epic lease savings on trucks too. Go epic and save big at Arlington Toyota. Shop arlingtontoyota.com today.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
It's a sale so big, it's been over 40 years in the making.
It's Beard's Diamond's incredible 44th anniversary sale. Everything store-wide is on sale, up to 44% off.
Beard's Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center or beardsdiamonds.com.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Are you an experienced plumber or welder with MedGas certification and you're tired of being undervalued? It's time to make the move to Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. With the best pay in the business, you'll earn $36.50 an hour with benefits that's almost $50. It's not just a job, it's a career that values you. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Every weekend is a Stone Cold Sports Weekend. Hey, Dan Hicken here. Watch for the Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll help you put together your sports weekend. Weekend with Dan brought to you by Stone Core. We do the outdoors better.
I-9 Sports is getting geared up for more fun for kids all over the First Coast with winter and spring registration now open. Kids ages 3 to 17 can get in the gym or on the field with I-9 Sports, covering Clay, Duval, and St. John's, and I-9 introducing all-girls volleyball and flag at Duval Charter and all-girls flag at Nocatee, plus flag, soccer, t-ball, and basketball for boys and girls too. So don't miss out. Registration open now for winter and spring at i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
David Lane here again for Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. After several surgeries for age-old issues, mainly my back and shoulders, there's no doubt that Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is my sustaining resource for living pain-free. Take it from me, and I'm being really honest here, there's no better orthopedic facility here in Jacksonville.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Hayes Carline for Kingfish Pest Control. Are you tired of spiders, ants, roaches, or other pests invading your home turf? Call the winning team at Kingfish Pest Control. I can tell you from my own experience, Kingfish will sack mosquitoes, tackle rodents, and intercept termites before they can blitz into your home. And right now, score 20% off your new pest control service when you start during the 2024 football season. Save big and defend your home with Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart, lunch, and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
Look out, world, we're getting strong. The future's here and we belong. She can stand, she can do more. Like build a rocket and watch it soar. Or clean the oceans and make the world a better place. Oh, she can stand, so can you. Find a cure, invent something new. There's no challenge in the world that she can't Learn more at Chic and STEM. A message brought to you by the Ad Council.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Prize Picks. Florida head coach Billy Napier remarked on the Florida-Georgia game's significance during his pregame press conference.
The history behind the game, neutral site, makes it very unique. I grew up watching this game. You understand what you represent.
Former Florida head coach Urban Meyer knows the Gators are big underdogs when they face off against Georgia tomorrow.
I'd much rather be the favorite because that means I have a great team. Underdog, you're an underdog for a reason. I will say this, Coach Napier and his staff, I think, have done an amazing job.
Thursday high school football saw St. Augustine win over Mandarin. Rains dominated on the football field, shutting out Atlantic Coast. Under the Friday night lights this evening, Reball plays Bartram. Providence will face off against Bishop Kenny. You can hear that game live starting at 7 p.m. on 1010XL. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
At 7:02 at 66 degrees, your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
You know it! Yes, sir! Sweet! Friday! I need some emotion, boys. Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho!
Easy.
Hey!
It's a
Go
costume.
Friday!
Halloween.
Go Friday!
She partied last night, boy.
Go Friday! Come on, E!
She was hanging out with Molly, and I don't mean our co-worker.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying, E?
Oh.
Friday was doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dear.
Mm-hmm. You know. There's that look about her.
Hey! She's sitting in the back seat.
Back seaters. A couple back seaters
Come on,
here.
Friday. One more time. Good to be here on a Friday.
Wake up down there in RV City.
Let's go.
Let's get it going.
Party time.
It's unfortunate that Florida's really strength plays to Georgia's strength. There's some weaknesses there for Georgia, and they don't match up well. Like Florida, DJ Lagway and the big play aside, if they're gonna win and pull an upset, it's gonna be because they have a good day running the football. Agreed? I mean, don't they have to run for 160 and touchdowns, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I mean, the 48-pointer was Jaden Ball scoring 5 times, and Georgia, that's the one thing. Georgia's still playing relatively elitely, giving up about 100 a game on the ground. So, they've been susceptible in some other areas. The turnover margin no better than Florida. Sacking the quarterback no more than Florida. But that doesn't bode well.
No.
Trying. Manufacturing.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate digging deep and trying to find some.
I've said all week, I think I'm not putting him in the 5-pack. Not me. Not this guy.
No.
It could also be 38-3 in Billy's last game.
If I had to, I would pick Georgia to cover. If one way or the other, I think they might hang around, but I think in the end it's going to be 21-25.
Me too.
38-20 is a cover.
The only thing that gives me any kind of pushback on that is I've watched Georgia over and over this year, and they're not swamping and killing teams like they have the last few years. I'm not saying they're in danger at losing football games. Don't get me wrong, but the Auburns and the Kentuckys and they're just hanging around a little bit more than you're used to seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
So we'll see if he can get his guys to hang around. Man, did you see this from Dan Orlovsky?
What did he say now?
No, he broke down the he broke down the Green Bay play that put him in field position for the touchdown.
Okay.
The bust, the huge play.
The old crap route.
Right. The old crap route, yeah. So he broke it down. That put him in field goal range. They ran the exact same play in the first half, and that side of the field was wide open, and no one covered the receiver that was right behind the line, so they redesigned it and had him run to the open part of the field, and it worked perfect. Won the game. That's coaching, see? That's identifying. We always say, how do they get guys wide open and we don't? I mean, I don't know. I'm not inside the classroom, but that seems to be an example. You see something in a game, you file it away. You don't, oh, gosh, let's go do that. You wait, and then you throw it in, and boom, you win a football game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what That's another thing that's been missing. And I'm sure it's happened, too, for the Jags. I'm sure some of our big plays this year, it's because, look at that. Announcers tell us, too, right during the game. Look for that later. No one covered the wheel route.
Painful.
Yeah, it's just painful.
Find some good stuff. Good things to talk about. I watched the game last night. Man, I tell you what. I haven't watched the Jets that much. There's a couple things that stood out to me. One, the Jets are just a train wreck. Somehow they won the game.
They hit three, Wilson made an unbelievable catch, and then they hit a play.
I said it's like the fifth inning of the World Series all over again. They kept making these unbelievable, glaring mistakes. I'm like, one thing after another. The kid scores a touchdown and drops the ball.
By the way, what is up with this epidemic?
I don't know.
What is going on? Kyle Pitts got away with one last week.
Got away with it.
Yeah, got away with it. That was a gutless, non-overturn.
And, nobody touched it, and the ball rolled through the end zone to the very end and went out, so it was a touchback. If the ball had stopped, it would have been a touchdown still.
Yeah.
In the end zone because nobody touched it.
Yeah.
But what an idiot. I mean, it's just, I can't have that.
No, I just don't know how.
You're an idiot, man. It's too hard here in this league, son.
Well, again, unfortunately, what is going on? This is happening too much.
I'm over this, E. I'm over the coddling of these guys. I'm over, clapping them on the back. Yeah. You'll go get them. You're a moron. Go to 100. Start running around the field and stop when I tell you. Can we go back to old school? Huh?
We got an issue with the players' union in New York. Let's go live on field. Apparently Corley has been asked to run the stadium steps. The Jets fans are giving him an earful.
They're throwing beers on him.
He runs skyward in section 412.
I mean, golly, that was So anyway, but it was like one after another of that. And so I'm like, well, gosh, Houston will take advantage. And Houston couldn't. They're terrible. They're no good either.
Their O-line is terrible.
Terrible. 8 sacks. Everyone wants to kill C.J. Stroud, man. I don't care. Again, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning.
Trevor Lawrence.
Patrick Mahomes.
You can't run for your life.
I don't care who you are.
Right.
I don't think Trevor's ever been sacked 8 times.
No, it's not about sack. It's about the ability to run a play. So it can be a sack, or you could be running out of the pocket and making a mistake. It's not having the time to throw the football.
I mean, Quinn and Williams just
monster.
Annihilated that.
Did you see the stat on the interior of their line? Mm-hmm. The interior of the line have given up 20 sacks.
But Rodgers had, honest to goodness, 37 passing yards.
32.
First play of the game.
Yeah,
he's got Devontae Adams wide open.
Shoots it behind him and long.
It's one of the worst throws I've ever seen him make.
Yeah, well.
I'm saying this guy's done.
Yeah, that's what
he's done.
Like. Yeah.
Well,
he wasn't,
to his credit.
But look, Wilson bailed him out with an unbelievable catch.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't bail him out. It wasn't a bad pass, but I'm just saying that's not like a touchdown throw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He got bailed out a little bit, and they just hit some plays.
Mm-hmm.
And he also had one, but Corley was that a reverse?
It was a little pitch, behind him. Yeah. No, it was.
I had Aaron Rodgers because your boy here, Mr. Nostradamus, Trent Baalke of Fantasy Football, went with Anthony Richardson.
Oh, dear.
Based on potential.
Oh, boy.
So, but I had
Aaron's your backup?
Yeah.
Well, you're lucky you got to at halftime. You probably had -2 or something. So, I mean.
But in fairness now, but C.J. Stroud to the point, and I think that this is the point I would say is valid. Yes, he was forced to death, but he also missed wide open guys more than once or twice last night. He had guys open that he missed. The problem is when you are running for your life and getting sacked every other play, you're never right. But he looked. Yeah,
I saw him take him down. He wiggled out of one. He hit.
Yeah, he hit
Tank Dell for a play down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, it was 11 of 30 for him. It was way more bad than good. Yeah,
11
for 30. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 11 of 30.
Yeah, it's going to be they don't fix that, it's going to be a tough year. You got your best, Mr. All-Pro Gas Mask has got 13 penalties this year.
Right out of the gate.
Leads the NFL, man.
Gas Mask.
I mean, but it's funny because when he's your quarterback, it's, the narrative will be C.J. Stroud's not as good as he was a year ago.
That's what they do.
That will be the narrative.
Sure it will.
Yeah. And they won't say because of.
Correct.
I don't think he's going down.
That here.
Yeah.
We know how that is. Yeah, that's everywhere. Again, my point is not to compare him to Trevor either. I'm just saying,
Right.
I'm sure he's getting the Trevor treatment this morning.
Right.
Now, there's some understanding because it's 8 sacks, but when that happens, you find the 4 or 5 times that despite all that, he could have, should have.
Yeah.
The problem is when all that's going on, you have to be perfect in your opportunities, and no one is.
Uh-huh.
But if you have a lot more clean opportunities, you don't need perfection. But when you're not getting any clean opportunities, they really stand out when you are in Buffalo and sail it over your receiver's head like Trevor did, or you miss Christian Kirk on a bomb. You have to hit all those. And it's like where the Texans are right now.
Well, yeah, and again, what a shame for us that we hadn't taken advantage of this, because Houston is lucky to be 6-3, man. But give them credit. They've lost 2 of their last 3, and they got the Lions next. And then they go to the Cowboys. So they could be 6-5, but we won't be. What are we? 4 and we won't be 4-6. Ugh, frustrating. They beat the Colts, the Bears. They got clobbered by the Vikings. All close games, but they beat the Bills. I'll give them credit for that win. That was an impressive win.
I will say this, man. The only way we got back in 2022 was because the Titans absolutely collapsed.
Yeah.
The Texans can collapse here.
They can.
They're going to come when they come to Jacksonville, Dan. They're going to be 7-5.
Yeah.
I'm not predicting. I'm telling you what they're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you that Detroit's coming to town off their bye week. They're going to beat the hell out of the Texans on Sunday Night Football, and then they're going to go to Dallas, and Dallas is going to get their one, and they're going to beat them, and they're going to be 6-5.
I think 9 will win the division.
And it might.
Well,
Look, and again, you can only bemoan so much the Houston, Green Bay, Miami. You can only bemoan it so long. Bottom line is, if you could turn these narrow losses, 3 times in the fourth quarter they've had a chance to win. 3 times the defense has let the other team hit the game winner. The Dolphins, the Texans, and now the Packers. Game-winning field goal, game-winning touchdown, game-winning field goal. That's 3 games in the fourth quarter that you let them win the game. Well, if we can get 3 games in the fourth quarter where we win the game, and get look, if the Texans are 7-5, if you can just get to 5-7 and win that game, come on now. Now, can you get to 5-7? Probably not. Well, first of all, you don't have that many games before then, do we?
Well,
stuff here.
I mean, we're not beating Philadelphia.
Well, I don't think so. But you have to. Well, heck, okay, well, then let's just don't play, and let's talk about next week's game. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not predicting wins. I'm saying what you have to do. It wouldn't be the biggest surprise in the world if the Jaguars won a football game.
I would be shocked if the Jaguars beat the Eagles. Shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked. I'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked if Florida beats Georgia. That's a 17-point
over there?
spread.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my...
Oh, you lost your little earbud? It's in your ear.
No, it's not.
No.
That's where I was looking, though.
Oh.
Oh, it's way over there. Look at that.
Bouncing around like some sort of crazy things happen.
8 feet away.
E, why are you so quiet in there? What do you got?
I'm uploading the Danny Dreamfinder's poll question of the day.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Let's get to it. Good one. What are the Gators? Hold on, let me find it before I go spouting it off like I know what it is. Our Dreamfinders Homes poll question today brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jags, Gators, and PGA Tour. Rate the Gators' chance to pull an upset over the Dogs.
Okay.
No shot.
Okay.
They'll play hard for a half. They barely cover the, at the time, 18.5-point spread, now 16. Or Lagway Miracle.
All right. 1 and 4 are out for me.
Okay.
So I got a balance. I don't completely agree with the middle 2. So what are my 2 balances?
Play hard for a half?
Yeah, I think they'll play. I'm going to say they...
Or they still cover?
I like the barely part. Because here's why. I can be right both ways. You have it at 18.5. They lose by 18. They barely cover this, but they don't cover the other.
What you got?
I'm going to go and play hard for a half.
Yeah. And you know what? It's a little bit insulting. I shouldn't put it that way. Play hard for a half. They're going to play hard the whole game, but their talent level is
keep
it close for a half.
For a half.
That's what I should have said. Apologies, Florida. It's brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes. Anyway, we have over 200 votes right now. 36.5 say no shot.
That's fair.
Lagway Miracle second, though. 24.3.
Weird. Those are the 2 that I think are less. Look, maybe I should have said no shot.
Yeah.
You just can't say it. You can't. I've finally reached the point after being slapped with the evidence a zillion times that you just can't say no shot.
Okay, so I said this a couple weeks ago, and I'm standing by it. We'll see if it happens. I said the Gators will be in one of these two games in the fourth quarter, look up and have a chance to win.
Texas and Georgia.
Yeah, one of them.
I'd say Georgia's more likely.
Really?
I think this is the one thing that nags at me, and this plays outside of matchups and, year to year. We're due for a game in this series, Hick.
Mm-hmm. That'd be nice.
Even the 1 year that Florida, by the way, still the last regular season, the last team not named Alabama to beat Georgia in the regular season.
2020.
But even that was a blowout the other way. We haven't had a good game in this series in 5-6 years, have we?
It'd be nice.
When was the last game that was?
Oh, gosh, I'd have to look.
Because we had guys on the way out that were tanking.
Yeah. It's been a while, though.
So there's part of me that just feels like we're good for we're good for a.
Be nice. Nice to see one of those.
Here we go. I got the games right here.
Yeah. Is it all the way back with Herbs?
We haven't had a game. Let's see. Last year, 43. These are the games. 43-20, 42-20, 34-7 Georgia. Florida, 44-20, 24-17 and 19.
I don't remember.
I don't remember it being close.
Yeah.
36-17 Georgia, 42-7 Georgia, Florida 24-10, Florida 27-3, Florida, this isn't even urban, this is like McElwain.
Sure.
Florida 38-20, Georgia 23-20 and 13.
Yeah.
We haven't had good games.
Yeah.
And by the way, we blame Spurrier. Actually, this series is not known for a bunch of good games. Even back in the heyday, one team or the other is shellacking the other, both short-term and long-term. It's been a series of big runs.
It's a tough start for the Gators back in the early days when they got shut out the first 5 games.
and then scored 9 and then got shut out the next one.
Yeah, that was tough.
Florida did not score 14 points in a game in this series for the first 42 years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not true. They're on the winning ledger here a couple times. My bad. I was looking on the other side.
Yeah.
They got to 26 one year, 18 one year.
Anyway, you can vote at Dan Hicken. It's brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, 15 locations in the Jacksonville community. The homes are beautiful, man. You should take a look at them. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. And by the way, you can take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. That's right. I said a 2.99%. You'll find that dream home and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. If you think you can't be a homeowner, you may want to think again. Just check out dreamfindershomes.com. They'll help you navigate your home purchase. And tell them Dreamfinders Danny.
How about these scores from back in the day? Would this be any fun to watch? How'd you like to come down to Jacksonville and sit through Florida 6, Georgia nothing? 2 years later, Georgia 6, Florida 2.
Tough one.
Georgia 7, Florida 0.
Tough one.
Georgia 1950, Georgia 6, Florida nothing. 1951, Georgia 7, Florida 6. Ugh.
Yeah.
1958, Florida 7, Georgia 6. Kicking was a problem back in the day. You didn't know that. Here's a 14-7, a 13-13 tie, the only tie in series history. Never have one of those again with overtime. Anywho, we run behind. You want to come back with a 10-minute drill?
I do. By the way, you missed a golden opportunity here. I thought to kind of rub it in my and E's faces. Garrett Wilson played a heck of a game.
I tried, but he was Mr. Sleepy Eyes in there, wouldn't bite at all, so I didn't know what he was thinking.
I heard him this morning.
I was right. Yeah, absolutely.
That was an unbelievable catch.
And I didn't want it to get started. I did whatever. I didn't because that wasn't my point of the thing. That's what frustrated me. Yes, my point is, man, these three schools are putting a lot of receivers in. But I did yesterday, and we disagreed. But I put Garrett Wilson up there in that top 5. To 10 category.
He still ain't Jamar Chase.
No, he's not.
Let's rock and roll. Let's do it. E, what do you got?
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
All right, it's time. It's time, Hall of Fame. It's time for Tom Coughlin to become a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame based on what he accomplished as a head coach in the National Football League, both in Jacksonville and in New York. Sure wish he would have got a Super Bowl in Jacksonville. Got us to 2 AFC title games, best building of an expansion team in the history of the game. Then he went to New York and he won 2 Super Bowls. He beat Bill Belichick twice. He stopped the Patriots' perfect season. There's nothing more that he could have done. There's nothing, I wish you would have had a little bit better one. No, it's time. He's one of 9 now. He's one of 9, and in the middle of November, they'll pick one. And he should be the one. He should be the one over Seifert. He should be the one over Reeves. He should be the one over Shoddy. He should be the one over Shanahan. Should be Tom Coughlin. No question, not even close. It's time to put Tom Coughlin into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And that's your Duve All Minutes, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Man, Lift Power is always on the lookout for experienced lift, truck, and knock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. The Bennies are unbelievable. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Offers too good to pass up. Go see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years in our area. It's rapidly growing, proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years, family-owned and operated, screams stability. We want you to be part of our family. Don't let this opportunity slip by. It's real easy, man. Make that change in your career. Visit liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Every NFL Sunday starts with a kickoff.
All you got to do is put your foot right through the ball.
After the game, we'll crown the special teams player of the game.
He is a difference maker now.
Brought to you by Crown Royal
This is the last play of the game.
on 1010XL.
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional, non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And every vehicle purchased from Hodges Mazda comes with 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney, I'm not. But if you've done your last will, you want to get your assets to the people that you choose. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen, help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's a Hinson Law Firm. You got questions, reach out to Matty. 904-527-1700. That's 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. You gotta just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course football. They're very grateful for you all, the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. So get ready for the holidays. Book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
It's all about the beautiful game. The Sporting Jack Soccer Hour. From national teams to youth soccer on the First Coast. Join Cole Pepper, Mauricio Ruiz, and Becky Burley for Soccer Talk. Tuesday at 6 p.m. on 1010 a.m.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood. Underwood has completed 75 years in business, and now you are starting your next 75 years. If you were going to simplify things, what is the single most important thing in Underwood's history, and what will be the most important thing in your future?
Frank, that's simple. Our honesty and integrity. You know, our founder, H.F. Underwood's favorite saying was, know the truth and tell the truth. That's why we're the longest-standing member of the American Gem Society in Florida. Because we know you have to have the knowledge about gemstones before you can tell the truth about them. That's why we continue to educate our staff through the Gemological Institute of America and the American Gem Society. In fact, today, Underwood's has the largest American Gem Society credentialed staff of professionals east of the Mississippi River. So come by and see why we're looking forward to the next 75 years and let one of our experts assist you.
That's at Underwood's, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, the shops of Ponte Vedra, Underwood Jewelers.
15,000 workers. I'm Brian Rose from Remedy Staffing. We survey 15,000 blue-collar workers each year to better understand what drives quality and dependability in our workforce. The survey shows when looking for a new job, the initial pay rate, job security, and safety while working are the most important factors for hourly workers. If you're an employer and would like to learn more about the voice of the blue-collar worker, please call us at 904-528-1933.
Googie Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Attention poker fans, the World Poker Tour is dealing hot at Best Bet Jacksonville now through November 19th. The action is fierce with 14 pulse-pounding tournaments, including the Best Bet Mystery Bounty and the $5,000 No Limit Hold'em main event with a jaw-dropping $1 million prize pool up for grabs. Your shot at Poker Glory is just a buy-in away. For tournament schedules and details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com. Best Bet Jacksonville and the World Poker Tour, where today's players become tomorrow's legends.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Duck Rooter wants you to join our VIP membership program. This will give you peace of mind knowing your plumbing, heating, and cooling systems are running their best. Ready to join? Call 904-862-6769. That's 904-802-6769.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
All right. Okay, we got sports concept rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we love to hand out a prize pack. He continues to tell me, no, Dan, it's razzle dazzle. What are we dazzling them with today?
I got a pair of tickets to the Jacksonville Sports Invitational as UF and USF basketball play at the Vice-Star Veterans Memorial Arena. That's going down this Monday, November 4th.
Okay. Do you have any Halloween shenanigans? Have a good time with the kiddos? You duck out, you turn off the lights, go upstairs in the closet. And
No, we had, it's
shelter in place.
Our street on the bay, our kids have all aged out.
Yeah.
So they don't come down
They
the
don't make
street
that
as
way?
much.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few, but not many.
Yeah.
And but we sat outside. We visited with,
Sure.
Holmes Blackman.
Okay.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Some of the neighbors, but nothing major now. The little park areas where it's hopping, where it's happening.
Yeah,
That's
a little
where,
parade and pictures and all that good stuff.
Good time over there.
Little carnival.
I enjoy watching. I do enjoy seeing the
Celebrating the ghouls, the
I
goblins.
went out and picked up dinner last night, and so I enjoy it. I thought to myself,
we did pizza. I
very
brought
nice.
a bunch of pizza over to the house.
I said, Halloween ain't what it used to be. I'm driving down the road. It's like, I don't know, it was like 6 o'clock. And there is a full-sized dragon, or dinosaur. Or was it dragon? It was a dragon. Full-sized dragon. I mean, this was a big-time costume, man.
Wow.
I'm like, some of the boys go big time.
Yeah, I got a bunch of laziness when it came to all the kids coming through my house last night, but it was fine. I had a Gator sweatshirt on that I wore yesterday. That's how much I changed.
I'm reminded of.
But I got a lot of Go Gators. Oh, it's good. I like you. I did have this one. Just the one. Shout out to the one young lass. She must have been about 6 or 7. Who, when I opened the door, she didn't give me the standard trick or treat. She's more of a trendsetter. She just simply said, "Give me."
Oh, I like that.
Oh.
I dig that.
Yes, ma'am. Move along.
I'm reminded of
Gibby, she told me.
one of the great
Gibby. Oh, okay.
Larry David scenes that I enjoyed.
Gimme.
He answers the door at it's 8:30 and there's
couple young ladies there. And he looks at them, and they don't appear to be dressed in any way, shape, or form. And
this is just like his
at
front door of his house.
Yeah. And he says, "What do you?" He goes, "How old are you guys?" 13. Like you're 16 or 17. And then she, well, we're 13. And he says, well, "What are you supposed to be?" And one says, "Well, I'm a teacher, and I'm dressed as her sister." He goes, "Well, aren't you supposed to put some effort into the costumes?" I mean,
when Dan said they weren't dressed, he meant that they weren't like in a costume. They just had their regular street clothes on. Just want to clarify. Yeah.
So one of them says, "Just give us the candy, Grandpa."
Yeah, exactly. I had a little bit of that.
And so
now, what? He said that?
One of the
It's
girls
a TV
says
show.
it. And then she says, "Just give us the candy, Grandpa." And he's like, "Look, you don't qualify for the candy. You got to earn the candy." And he closes the door on him. Of course, they proceed to annihilate his house with the toilet paper and spray paint and such. And Cheryl, Larry's wife, the next morning is like, "Larry!" It's classic, though. It's typical Larry David, though. Like, well, listen, you gotta qualify for the candy. You can't just come in. You gotta have a costume. You can't be. You're too old. You know.
Have y'all seen the Netflix doc? It's a short one on the dude who got put in jail for murder in L.A. And he claimed he was at a Dodger game and he didn't have a ticket. He didn't still have his ticket.
Yeah, they found him.
And
on
they
the
found
video.
it on the Larry. It was a Larry David Show episode that they had filmed at Dodger Stadium that night, and they were able to go back through and see that there is the guy with his daughter, as he said.
Yeah.
Because they had the footage from the TV show.
Yeah. But anyway, some great costumes in the neighborhood.
That was a good one. It was quick too. It was only like 30, 40 minutes.
Good time had by all for Halloween. So yeah, hopefully everybody got a ton of candy. One of our neighbors came by with a Philadelphia Eagles shirt on, and I told him, I said, "Hey,
get out of here.
Go easy on us on Sunday."
Yeah.
That's what I told him. And
I wouldn't have given him anything. I'd gone inside and given him a sardine.
Then you know what I told him?
Here's an Alban, kid.
I said, "Listen, I want you to give a message to your daddy." And he said, "What's that, sir?" I said, "Tell him go Phillies." Kind of went Larry David a little bit.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Yeah. That's what I did.
A little bit. That's all right.
I saw Bob Costas is retiring from baseball. This is many people thought he already retired, but
you ended up at the end of the day being quite the foil of Bob Costas. It started well with career sabotage at Channel 12 when you went on your editorial about.
Actually, it started earlier than that. It started in 1988 when he came down from the hotel room and did the show with.
But that was good though. That doesn't
but
count.
he still
I don't know. He's probably wondering right now why you've turned on him. So
I have a connection to Bob Costas.
Yeah, according to him, a calamitous one. So, despite this glorious coming together in '98, you fast forward in Hicken's career when he had to stay at Channel 12 till 1:30 in the morning while Costas waxed poetically.
I complained about it.
And he complained about it.
He had a 1-week suspension.
And then it went viral, and the NBC, the networks, powers that be, they all complained. Did you have to personally call Bob Costas and apologize?
Him a letter. He wrote me a letter back.
Yeah, really did. Had to write Bob Costas on a letter apologizing for his commentary.
Sure did.
And now, Guggen, you as my witness, just one short week ago, maybe two, right here on this very radio show.
Yeah.
Dan Hicken shouted the irrelevance of Bob Costas pointed out the terrible mistake-laden performance he had.
I was merely suggesting that a lot of people were not happy with his play-by-play call. He was missing things, and he sounded like his game was off, and he must have agreed because he's now decided to retire.
Maybe he's stalking you like you. He heard your comments, and it's all just too much. He's now retired from the industry.
He's how old is Bob Costas? 70?
Yeah, I would think so.
Let's look how old he is.
Always baby-faced, always looked younger.
72.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 72 years old. So, yeah, it's a good time for him to go out.
Analytics are supposed to be fun and informative.
Yes, they are.
We need some sort of cap put on this thing, man. They're spitting out some analytic for every single play of every single game. It's not enlightening anymore, Dan. It's annoying.
What do you mean?
Well, here's the latest. I guess we now have something called a 5x5 game. I'm assuming it's 5x5. Hick, would you consider me a pretty good sports fan?
Yeah.
Decently knowledgeable?
Yeah.
Pretty good historical reference on the NBA. Mm-hmm. If there is something called a 5x5 game in NBA parlance or statistical realm, don't you think I'd know?
Yeah.
So why am I reading about this historic look, it's 5x5. I brought the first part up because I don't know if it's 5 times 5, 5 by 5, but apparently there's such a thing. And that thing is this: when you have at least 5 of, apparently these stats, maybe there's more if it happened to fit, Wembanyama last night, though, had 25 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, and 5 blocks. I'm not overly impressed with that. That's a good, nice, solid stat line, but it gave him at least 5 in 5 categories.
Mm-hmm.
So this 5x5 game apparently is a thing. He last did it against the Lakers. He's just the third player with multiple 5x5 games. I'm not going to tell you the other two because I'm putting a pox on these analytics, and some of the things are spitting out at me. You'll see in the game, Tank Bigsby is the first guy with at least 4 yards on second.
The worst, though.
They're all bad, but yeah, it is.
I think the NBA, every night the NBA comes up with 3 different, never been done before, joint company of.
Yeah.
It's just enough, man.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, you're right, because the NBA will do this. I had to read the Banchero, a 2-game span. I'm sorry, but I don't consider back-to-back games to be a span.
Banchero got hurt,
I know, but Banchero, they were putting up the first guy to average 40, 15 in a 2-game span. What?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean.
A span. He played back-to-back nights.
Oh, by the way, one more.
Joel Embiid will never do that.
He won't play 2 back-to-back nights.
One more interesting note from Dan's world. Yesterday.
Okay.
I went and voted yesterday.
Early voter.
Yeah.
Well, look at you.
And it was very
in and out.
Very pleasant.
Now, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
From now and through Super Tuesday, the polls are just open.
Today's the last day, I believe.
Okay.
Early voting.
Okay.
If you don't vote by today, I don't think you can vote Saturday, Sunday, or Monday.
Okay, but if you go vote today, you go to where you normally vote.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you had to look it up, or you were told where to go?
I asked my wife.
Yeah.
Like you would ask your wife.
I don't know. I don't know. She may have early voted.
Yeah.
I don't know. My kids may have too. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, I just want to say, because it was a wonderfully pleasant experience.
Sure.
There were very nice people there to help you through it, but it does change all the time. And you know me, I'm not good with different, new. So I go in there and, and they're helping some people, some older folks come by on walkers. We clear the way. We let them through. They get assistance. It's great. Great.
You threw Myrtle on your back. Gave her a little bit of a piggyback ride.
I'll carry you, Myrtle, if you need it. So they hand me this blank piece of paper. I'm like, and my cover so nobody can see me.
They send you a blank ballot, not a blank piece of paper.
It's a blank piece of paper. I shove it in the machine, the computer, and all the stuff pops up on the screen. Now I'm just pointing and
it's touchscreen voting now.
Touchscreen voting.
Oh, instead of I never liked filling it in the thing. I always felt like.
Now, a lot of people, of course, immediately, everybody's so cynical about it.
Or if you touch the wrong screen, or it's already programmed to do this.
You get a whole review.
That's that Pablo Bay voting.
Is that what it is?
No, we got touch.
He over there.
You think you got a pencil?
He over there. They gave him a piece of paper. He wrote it down with a pen.
You think you got a pencil?
I had to bring my own pencil.
You think you got a pencil?
I don't know.
He just wrote it down on a notebook page and handed it to somebody.
It was at the library on Beach Boulevard. That's where I voted.
Yeah, I don't know where I voted.
It's not in the Bay.
I'll probably go Tuesday. I'm lucky. Well, our schedule allows us to get off times.
Yeah.
You vote at 10:30 on Tuesday morning. You'll be fine.
I've never minded voting on the day of, but it was just
that's easy.
I'm driving by. Wife said that's where you go. I saw it. I'm like, it's not crowded.
I would do it today.
I walked right up.
A Google just called in and said it goes through Sunday.
Oh, through Sunday. So,
yeah.
okay. Although I do, and I'm not even being unserious. I need about a half hour before I go. I got to see what all this stuff means.
Oh yeah, I looked up all
the way they
intentionally
confuse you with the amendments. It's I'm not a stupid person.
Right.
I shouldn't have to.
English, man.
I shouldn't have to be all. I shouldn't. And they do it on purpose because they try and lord over you and.
All I needed was my driver's license. They scanned my driver's license. Right. I signed something. They gave me the thing. I went in. I put the thing in the computer. I picked my things. It popped it out. I looked at it. I said, okay, well, that looks like I got it right.
You're a real American.
Went and shoved it in this other thing.
America.
Doing your duty.
I got it because it's a presidential election. There's a new exciting I voted sticker. That's not the usual red, white, and blue little one. It's a little bit bigger.
Nice.
So that was exciting.
Are you a sticker guy?
No. But nonetheless, the man said, would you like a sticker?
I've never worn the voting sticker. I don't like to get...
absolutely, I'll wear it.
I don't like to get a lot of credit for something that doesn't take anything.
Yeah. Anyway, so it was a good experience, and shout out to our city who handles the voting, and it was just fine.
Dan Hicken wrote in Jeff Prosser for president.
I did.
I wouldn't survive the vetting.
I did all my voting.
I don't want all that. I don't need all that.
It's always the hardest one on the voting. Honestly,
I don't need that smoky. I'll ride it out at this point.
The hardest one on the voting is the are the judges. I mean,
that's where you have to have
retaining judges or not.
Yeah, you have to look. I
don't know.
I'm not going to research, but I will.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's where I put someone else.
And
on
everybody,
that. I got a research department for that.
And by the way, everybody has a different opinion on that too, because nobody really wants to do all that. Because there's like 8, 10 of them.
Yeah,
right?
Who's in? All right, carry on.
So, like one person who shall remain nameless told me, well, I vote no because I know they're going to be retained, but I don't want them getting 100% and getting too cocky.
That makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I wonder if a judge has ever been voted out.
I don't
unless
know.
It was a big, huge, like you let a murderer out or something.
We probably shouldn't go down this road.
Yeah,
because
let's
they're going to end up saying, you guys are stupid.
No, we're about to get a text, by the way. We happen to know a few judges. We're probably getting one right now.
We already got some stuff.
What have we done? Let's go to break. Hell.
Everybody should vote. That's all I'm saying. Go out and vote.
Yeah. Somehow we have managed to lose that message.
Yeah. Oh, well. 641-1010. Tell them what they're going to win.
A pair of tickets to the Jacksonville Sports Invitational as UF and USF basketball play at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena this Monday, November 4th. All you got to do is holler at your boy.
I have a question for both of you real quick. Why did they move that time from 7 to 8:30?
That's a good question.
People are asking that. Yeah. That's dirty, man.
Yeah, it is.
7 o'clock's a lot easier, evening watch than 8:30.
What now?
They moved the game from 7 to 8:30, the Florida USF game.
Don't know.
Especially on a Monday.
It's not a good move. Oof. There's got to be a reason why. I don't mean to be extra critical, but no, playing a game at 8:30 versus 7 makes it harder, not easier, for sure. All right, this is Drill. Back with more next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
The Florida Theater welcomes the remarkable Luis Elizondo, November 8th. The former head of the Pentagon's UFO program and a #1 New York Times bestseller shares his incredible insights into the unexplained. Dive deep into the mysteries of the universe and explore the truth behind UFOs like never before. It's your chance to experience a captivating evening filled with intrigue and discovery. Luis Elizondo, November 8th. Get your tickets today at floridatheater.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. Jacksonville, are you ready? The college basketball season is tipping off with an epic in-state showdown. The Florida Gators and South Florida Bulls go head-to-head in the Jacksonville Sports Foundation Invitational. Be there Monday, November 4th at Veterans Memorial Arena and witness this in-state rivalry live. Secure your seats now at Ticketmaster.com. It's Florida versus South Florida to start the college basketball season on November 4th in Jacksonville. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Pre-Game Friday is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dream Finders Homes
on 1010XL.
Did you know you can charge the all-new Honda Electric Prologue in the same receptacle as your phone? You don't need any special charging stations at your home. Simply plug in your Honda or your phone. See your local Honda dealer now. We're electrified.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist congratulating this week's high school scholar athlete, Trevor Bryan, senior football player at Fletcher High. Trevor is on the A list and is also a track and field athlete. Congratulations, Trevor.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a gravy taster from Jacksonville, Florida, me, Dennis Mosley. Hi, Ken. Okay, Dennis. 100 plumbers surveyed, top answer on the board. What does it mean if someone says your home has hard water? It's made of ice? Let's see, hard water. Oh, is it club soda mixed 4-to-1 with vodka? Last chance, Dennis. What is hard water? Is it that lime scale stuff that makes my taps all crusty?
That's right, Dennis. And a water treatment system from Bueller Air and Plumbing will eliminate troublesome lime-scale deposits that can ruin your expensive appliances and let your neighbors know for sure that you are cool.
I wonder if I can get me a gin and tonic faucet.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey, Hicken here for Lockhart Construction. That's a long-time Jacksonville business. Started by Shane's dad. Shane, his dad, his guys all from here, taking care of people who live here. People like the Hickens and a lot of other folks, too. Why? They're fast, they're friendly, they're affordable, they're clean. They're exactly what you want if you have someone do a project in your house. And that's what they do for us. We've used them numerous times. They did this, my son's siding on his house. And you know what? I mean, they've sold me time and time again, but I remember going over to my son's house on a Saturday morning, and there they were. Why are you out here? Why are you working out? We want to get it done. It's just they give your family a better living experience. You unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. So if you have a construction need or remodel idea, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
It's your boy Eats the Tea here, and have you hit on any bets yet this week? Our listeners been killing it betting with my bookie, turning spreads, over-unders, and prop bets into straight cash, homie. If you haven't heard, it's Florida-Georgia week. On Saturday, the action pops off with the Florida Gators as 16-point underdogs to the Georgia Bulldogs. The over-under game total is 52 points. That'll be one of the most bet-on games of the weekend, so keep your eye on the line. You know it doesn't stop there. On Sunday, you have projected shootouts with the Cowboys versus the Falcons in the 52-point over-under total. The Dolphins-Bills game total is 49, and the Lions-Packers game is a 48-point game total. Jacksonville goes to Philly as a 7.5-point underdog to the Eagles. And then you cap off the night with Sunday Night Football. The Joe Flacco-led coach traveled to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. And my bookie has that double deposit bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit up to $1,000. It's the best deposit bonus in the industry. So sign up now with my promo code 1010XL and make yourself a winner with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
When you're a little kid on the playground, they tell you don't hit back. Well, the courtroom isn't a playground. And if you've suffered an injury or death in your family, I'm here to tell you it's okay to hit back and fight to make them pay. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we understand all the pain and emotion that comes with being wrong. And we've dedicated our lives to making things right for people like you. So if you get hit back with Hastings Injury Law. Offices, Jacksonville.
I-9 Sports covers the First Coast with great sports for kids 3 to 17, and winter and spring registration is open right now. New girls volleyball and flag at Duval Charter, plus plenty for boys and girls in Nocatee, too. It's all at i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
There's little doubt the Jaguars are looking to crack the code on starting fast, says offensive coordinator Press Taylor.
Certainly something we're looking into because it changes the way you play the entire game if you're playing with a lead versus playing from behind. So that's something we're looking at.
Jag defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen offered his insight on defending the famed Philly tush push.
It's a strain play, and you just got to outstrain them. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. You got to play lower than them. You got to push harder than them. And then the other thing, and let's not get into that situation.
Despite their record, the Jags know they are capable of going on a roll, says offensive tackle Walter Little.
A lot of this team, too, was here when we were 3-7 and turned it around. So I think we know that in this league, anything can happen, and you can get on a roll at any time.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back. I've just gotten terrific news. My early voting is right where my normal voting is. So
wonderful.
I have that news at my disposal, which happens to be like a 2-minute walk from my home.
Go vote.
No excuses, and I do my civic duty. And that's the extent of the political discussion here on The Drill this morning.
What do you think about Amendment 4, Jeff?
I have always been that you. I've always thought that you earn what you deserve, and look, everybody has an opinion on what their value is, either to their employer, to their job, or their profession, or maybe in this case to their industry. I do believe, though, and I don't know how you want to necessarily remunerate it. I'm not talking about TV ratings per se or any other, I don't know, parameter, but I think I have identified the most underpaid athlete of 2024.
Most underpaid athlete.
Most underpaid professional athlete of 2024, based on their impact to what they do, based on their success to what they do, based on their incredible celebrity and notoriety of what they do. And I know that this particular athlete plays in the sport of like pickleball or cornhole, so you're going to have a cap on just to what you can make. I find it hard to believe, though, considering this athlete's impact, that this is the ceiling of what their salary would be for said occupation.
Okay.
This athlete made $76,000.
Oh, I know who that is.
As their salary in 2024, which, considering all of the things that I just said, makes them, in my estimation, in my lifetime, the lowest paid athlete, the most underpaid athlete or celebrity or impact maybe ever. That's Caitlin Clark, $76,000. I bring it up because they're starting this new 3-on-3 league, which is funny, could never get going until Caitlin joined the WNBA.
She's not signed up for it yet.
But she's gone. She'll make $1 million there. So this is where I say, okay, I'm always, maybe I even lean sometimes too far for big business and them having to stay alive and paying the payroll and being smart and keeping leagues healthy. Well, how can this group of 36 players throw together a league in 10 minutes and earn enough and sell enough to make $1 million a piece? Yet the WNBA itself, the big league, has found that really the only way they can play their LeBron James is $76,000.
Yeah. Ooh. I have watched the Jags play 8 football games.
Okay.
And by Friday of every of these football games, I will convince myself, I will draw, I will paint, I will find a scenario in which I believe the Jaguars will win the game, and I've picked them. I picked them to beat the Dolphins. I picked them to beat the Browns. I did not pick them to beat the Bills. I don't think I picked them to beat the Texans. I did pick them to beat the Colts. I picked them to beat the Bears. I picked them to beat the Patriots. And I did not pick them to pick this. So five of the 8, I've picked them to win. The other 3, I wasn't convinced that they couldn't win. Right. If I was going to give you a percentage chance of each of these 8 games, and now their 9th game coming up Sunday, this particular game, I would give them the least amount of chance to win a football game the entire football season. I feel like this particular, after seeing them play now, because Buffalo was still early in the year, and they were 0-2. And I was thinking they're a good team. They're not this bad. Maybe they'll go up there and surprise us. We play Buffalo tough. We play Buffalo tough through the year.
That's fair. I think we did find a way to kind of say, bounce back.
Yes. So
I found a way that could have won.
I think
even that game.
Every single. Yeah. My point is, every single game, I have found ways to have some sort of optimism by Friday.
Okay.
Until this week. This is the week where it's been drained from me. I have zero optimism. This might be a good thing, by the way, because I'm wrong more than I'm right. Witness the Friday 5-pack. So there's no guarantees, and it's the NFL, and anything can happen, but that would be the only card that I could go to. I see no way in which the Jaguars can beat the Eagles on Sunday. None.
The Eagles are playing are kind of fine, so they're playing good.
Do you agree with that sort of assessment? I think we were all on board when we played the Dolphins in the opener.
My meter isn't on 0, but it's the battery's flashing.
Yeah, my meter's on 0.
I can find but I don't know if it's belief or hope. It's a fine line when you're 2-6.
I thought for sure we'd beat the Browns at home.
They should have beat Green. I really thought they'd beat. I thought they were going to upset Green Bay.
I convinced myself ways that they could beat the Bills. I convinced myself ways they could beat the Texans even. I thought
the Texans, I wasn't. I thought I was 50-50 on that one.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. This is a tough one. And the problem is, I just wish.
I was quite certain that they would beat the Bears. I never thought they'd get beat by 20 points.
That's fair, too. Yeah, they've got a lot of, Yeah, it's not good. Let's go to break. I'm depressed now.
What do you mean?
Let's just talk to the whisperer.
Okay.
Let's just get him in here. Let him take the heat for 20 minutes.
You want him to take the heat?
Yeah.
Is he here?
I don't know.
Oh, you haven't seen him walk by?
Do we have him today?
I don't know.
We can stay
We
on.
do
I
have
don't
him,
know.
but he's not here yet.
It's been 5 nonstop days of how unbelievably impotent we are as a franchise.
Yes.
And in those 5 days, we've gotten
By the
rid
way,
of more talent. We've
just
lost
for the
our
record,
top receiver.
We may be down 3 starting offensive linemen on Sunday, too.
Who's the third?
Well, we have yet to see Brandon Sheriff or Ezra Cleveland practice this week.
Yeah, I'm Sheriff, man. I'm promise he'll practice. If he has to tape a chair leg to the bottom of his body and grunt it through, I think those dudes will play, those offensive linemen. I think they will. I mean, we'll see. And it makes sense to not practice them because you want to keep your weight off of those lower body injuries.
Yeah.
I got this one too, and I'm not going to judge if he's not. I'm not. I said this earlier. I'm not.
By the way, what happened when what last year when we were 8-3? There was a key injury and the offense went down the chute. Who was that?
Well, there were a few.
Yeah. Everybody pointed to this guy. When this guy got hurt, things weren't the same.
Trevor?
Christian.
Well, him too, yeah.
Well, everybody, I mean, that was a big off-season theme.
No,
Christian
for sure.
Kirk, guess who's out now?
I know. I get it. I will say this. Parker Washington, I think, offers you a much better replacement than he did then, but he ain't Christian Kirk, to your point.
No, let's hope so.
Well, maybe
He
he'll
also
catch.
didn't have a Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, I was going to say this. I'm not walking around in the man's body, so I won't judge if he doesn't, but this is kind of a toughness check game for me. I want my guy to play through this injury. I know what it is. I know it's painful. I know.
Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah. I need him to put the flak jacket on and go play football. We're at short staff here. I need that dog.
All right.
Again, I'm not going to judge him if he doesn't. I'm going to assume it is too painful or dangerous or whatever it is.
There's a little judging right there.
No, well, it's football, so maybe it is. I need a toughness check out of my guy. I need to see him play this week. All right. Florida, Georgia at the stadium tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is there a scenario that Billy Napier
no
doesn't survive the year?
I don't think so.
No. The decision will be made at the end.
What's the point?
Yeah, I know.
What's the point?
There's been something about this Florida-Georgia game that's brought the axe the last few years.
McElwain, that's a big Pulitzer
basic-
Prize-winning photo I took of him smiling and laughing walking off the field.
And basically it was in Mullen in all essence.
Was that the end of him?
It feels like it. Was it actually after the Florida? Well, no, but remember the Florida-Georgia game? They were really flat. They didn't play good. He said something. I can't remember the exact timing of it. Was he in the middle of the year?
He was more the...
Well, look at it. I'm pretty sure that
maybe you're right.
I think the cherry on top was the Florida-Georgia game.
It was November 21st, so it was after that.
It was after that. Was when he was actually fired?
Yeah. They lost to Missouri in overtime. It was their 4th consecutive loss to a Power 5 opponent. Dating back to the final 3 games of the 2020 season, the Gators were 2-9 against Power 5. They gave him the chance if he wanted to coach the finale against FSU. He turned it down. He was 34-15, but the ship was sinking. That's why I get mad at this Matt Berry cat who always throws these little jabs at our school because he's Mullen's buddy up there at ESPN. It's annoying.
Yeah.
No, shut
you
up.
do forget how bad he was doing when it went
awful.
wrong. Yeah.
And he did some
and he had him good.
things.
And he had him good before then. You don't get to get him good and then go tank again.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're Muschamp. You're no different than you kind of. If you get him up to beating Georgia, going to the SEC championship game, losing to Alabama by 6, you can't go 4-8. Dodo Bird.
Mm-hmm.
No power program does that.
Louisiana coach Billy Napier has turned down several SEC head coaching opportunities among the top candidates at Florida, sources tell ESPN. Napier is also near the top of Virginia Tech's list.
That sounds about right. We're Virginia Tech. That sounds about right.
All right, 8 o'clock coming up. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Can you make picks like a pro?
Yes!
The 1010 Weekly Pick'em Contest is brought to you by MyBookie. Make the best picks and win a pizza party from Salvatore's Pizza at Tapestry Park.
Are we doing this?
You pick 'em at 1010XL.com.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. You know my friends. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader does the Mohs surgery. Man, Beaches Dermatology is so much about taking care of your skin. There's so many different things, man. I tell you what, they've been taking care of me for years, man, and they check out the skin thoroughly. If they see something, they'll tell you what it is. They can freeze it off. They can burn it off. Sometimes they have to cut it. It's all different options. But they take care. I've had some basal cells removed from those guys. They care about you. They want to remind you, though, even in the wintertime, protect yourself from the sun. We are the Sunshine State. wear a hat, wear a long sleeve dry fit, wear some sunscreen. And if you have something show up on your skin, get it checked out online at beachesdermatology.com to make an appointment real easy. beachesdermatology.com.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart, lunch, and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
The last thing you want to be dealing with this holiday season is a septic emergency. Plan ahead and schedule to have your septic tank pumped out now. Our wonderful team at Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services is standing by and ready for your call. We'll get your septic tank pumped out right away, giving you one less thing you have to worry about this holiday season. Check out our reviews online and give us a ring today. 904-862-6769. That's 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. You gotta just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course football. They're very grateful for you all, the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. So get ready for the holidays. Book today and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, fill it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
It's the chomp of the swamp and the bark of the dogs. Florida Georgia Week is enhanced by Ackerman Urology and Cancer Center and Kingfish Pest Control.
Two awesome rival football fan bases
on 1010XL.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatcierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Slow, and I want to talk to you today about having a grateful spirit. As we journey in life, it's so easy to take things for granted, but I want to encourage you to never get tired of thanking God for your blessings. Take time also to thank the people in your life who have and are helping you to become the person you are today. Don't go through life complaining, go through life praising.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duval. That's WM.com/Duval and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's The Mangler.
Hey folks, Rick Ballou here for John's Auto. They've been a staple in Jacksonville going all the way back to 1985. At John's Auto, they service all makes, all models, cars, trucks, diesel, you name it, they do it. Whether it's routine maintenance or a complete engine overhaul. Call John's Auto on Arlington Road. That's 904-743-3857 or go to johnsautomotivejacks.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Lone Pronto. Despite the odds heavily in favor of Georgia, Florida is confident, says head coach Billy Napier.
I do think that our players have a certain level of confidence, as a result of the work. I think physically these guys feel good. Now it's time to finish, right? We'll look up here in a couple of weeks. We'll see where we're at.
Steve Spurrier, former Florida head coach, thinks the Gators are capable of beating Georgia, but they will need to score points.
We just need to go over and play how we're capable and score touchdowns instead of kicking field goals from the 1 or 2 yard line. If we can do that, we certainly got a chance to win the game.
Edward Waters University will play their final away game of the season when they take on Lane College in Tennessee. Tigers will be looking for their second win of the season. Game time is 3 p.m. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:06 at 67 degrees, your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. We got our friend Denny Thompson in here. We got a lot of quarterback stuff to talk about. A lot of quarterback stuff to talk about. I was watching last night, and through a half, I'm watching Aaron Rodgers miss throws he never missed before and threw for like 30 yards in the first half. And then I'm watching C.J. Stroud just get – it's like a C.J.'s playing under the 3 Mississippi game at most.
It's a hard game, man.
A hard game.
Hey, what about on a Friday morning, Jeff being the one that's positive out of the 3 of us?
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
I know.
Brought
new life.
Talking about Florida, Georgia. I still don't. I'm not real confident at all about that game, and we'll get to that.
No, what? No, I was just talking about Jeff being positive out of the 3 of us.
Oh yeah.
That makes for a good weekend. That
does.
don't normally happen.
That does. I saw this, and this is what I wanted to ask you about. And I brought this up the other day with Riley Skinner. 26 quarterbacks drafted between 21 and 23.
Okay,
I can rattle off all the names. I won't, but from Kellen Mond to Kyle Trask, from Ian Book, DTR, Sam Ellinger, Trey Lance, Bailey Zappi, Bryce Young, Sam Howell, Kenny Pickett, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Trevor. Anyway, those are a few of them.
Yeah.
Basically, of the 26 quarterbacks,
right,
between 21 and 23.
Okay.
And again,
only 3 years, in fairness. So a lot of these guys would be later draft.
3 would be listed as hits. Trevor, Brock Purdy, C.J. Stroud.
Is Jordan Love before that? I guess?
Right now, yeah. So right now, those 3. I don't even want to get in debates, whatever. It's not over for a lot of them, et cetera.
Sure.
But that's a little surprising to me.
Yeah. Should it be, though?
Well, here's what we've determined.
And that's the thing. Like Jeff said, we're talking about 3 years.
Yeah.
And you said that, 3 years. I don't know, man. I keep saying it's a hard game. Yes, those 3 guys that you named, Brock, CJ, and Trevor, just got it after it early, although Trevor had the bad rookie year.
Right.
But, the majority of people just can't do that. It's just so
I think we've also put the standard, and we're guilty of this. We've used this word. Quarterbacks are more prepared than ever.
Yeah.
No, what they are, that's not really true. They're more experienced than ever. They've thrown more passes in college than ever, but that doesn't mean they're more NFL prepared. They're more they've logged more passes. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're
Well, they've logged more passes. They're more knowledgeable about the game, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, that's grown men. They're fast. It takes a long time, and they know what you know.
They don't let them season anymore.
That I know.
They need to, because here's what happened too, and Hick and I talked about this. You go through that list, here's the really damning part. And if you could do it all over again, you go through that list, and every one that we check off that didn't work, you know who's replaced? Every one of them. Joe Flacco, Andy Dalton, Jacoby Brissett. It's just always a veteran. You're better off sacrificing a year, go 3-6-14 with your veteran, and get a higher draft pick and let your guy season, let him practice, get him into games here or there.
That doesn't happen anymore.
There's got like Anthony's just clearly not ready, Benny. Yeah. He's just not ready as much as they want him to be, as much as you want to fast forward him, as much as he's just not ready.
Well, here's the thing though, like how do you get ready without playing?
Well, then do that and don't. But in today's day and age, you can't. You're too criticized. You're too scrutinized.
But then we're always going to have this problem.
Yeah, then that's fair.
This is always going to be the deal. What's going to happen is somebody is going to figure this thing out. That, you know what, man, we just got to take our lumps for 2 or 3 years, and then it's all good, and then that's fine. The Green Bays of the world, the New England obviously had Bledsoe and then Brady, but you just can't keep this churn.
He's such a unique situation that it would make you say maybe some of these guys should go play in the XFL. Should go play 8 games. I mean, you're never going to risk the injury. Don't get me wrong. Where are you going to get the reps once you've lost college? Where is he going to make up the time, Denny? Unless they just. And by the way, it's as bad as it can look sometimes optically from a pretty standpoint. At the end of the day, you're 5-5 with Anthony as a starter. Is it ugly? Is it pretty sometimes? Do you not get what you want? Does it not look how you want it to look? That might be fine. But I would argue if you're going to go 5, if you're going to go 7-9 or 8-7, it's worth. Are you winning the Super Bowl with Joe Flacco, Hick?
No.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna admit that like I have to be careful because I'm too close to that.
Well, for sure, right? I get it. But he's just the most recent example. He happens to be.
But he is a great example of this. Like I watch every snap that he takes multiple times. That's one that if you're just looking at stats, you're seeing one thing. But if you're watching the games, like it's a little different thing. I mean, his first 4 passes were dropped last week. First 4, and they were absolute dimes. He's throwing the ball down the field. We talk about all the time about guys that are only throwing within 5 yards, and what is that really accomplishing? He's throwing the ball downfield. He's making plays with his feet. I don't know. I mean, my only guess is that they think that maybe this is going to be good for his development with Anthony specifically. Now, I do think that there's guys that you draft and they don't have what you thought they had. They don't have the motor that you thought they had. They just don't have what it takes to play in that league. But a lot of these guys that are on this list, Hick, that you named, they do have the motor. And they do just need time. And I'm not talking about just Anthony. I mean, look, does what Aaron Rodgers, what he's doing in New York, does it make you feel any differently about Zach Wilson? It does me. It makes me look and go, well, wait, what kind of functional issues do they have at the team level that Aaron Rodgers can't go in there and do anything?
Right.
What'd you say he had 30 yards in the first half?
37 yards to half, I think, which was the low of his career.
I don't know.
Or 32 maybe. It was nothing.
Maybe what it is the quarterbacks are not failing the teams are failing the quarterbacks. Maybe that's the bigger issue, right?
Well, and again, we know how you feel about Anthony.
Yeah, and I'm not even talking about Anthony when I say that.
No, I know, but I want to say this just to give both sides of the coin, because, and again, this is one of those. There's no right or wrong here. This is what drives me crazy about us, the media. We come out and we say, "Well, those guys are idiots for doing this," or "Those guys are idiots." No, they're not. There's a decision to be made. They make it. There's 2 sides to the story with Anthony Richardson, obviously, in terms of where we're at. But I can bring out the stats. He's got better, just a smidge better, but better stats than Josh Allen through his first 10 games.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, they didn't give up on Josh Allen.
By the way, was his comp coming out of college, too.
Right, and they didn't give up.
New.
Right, they didn't give up on Josh Allen.
Yeah.
But I do feel like on the flip side of that, because the Colts are a little bit better and they can sense that, man, Houston doesn't look, we can win this division if we don't make some of the mistakes that we're making. So let's see if this guy. And the veterans want to win now. Wait a minute. You guys say, do we have a better chance of winning with Flacco or Richardson? So it's a tough call, man.
Let me say this about Flacco. When I was there, when I was up in Indy for the Chicago game, met Joe, got to see him just kind of throw, and oh my gosh, dude. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody spin a football like Joe Flacco.
What a rejuvenation, though.
One, he's massive.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Huge.
Yeah.
He's Anthony size.
He's old school, big NFL quarterback, like Marino, Boomer, those big men that you were
Bledsoe,
like
Bledsoe,
yes.
But man, when he throws it, even now, that ball it jumps and it looks so different than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive to watch Joe Flacco.
Do colleges play quarterback under center anymore?
Very, very, very rare.
What's the percentage of under center snaps in the NFL? Is it 50-50 yet or no?
No.
70 shotgun?
I would think it's probably somewhere around there.
Is that a issue for guys if you're just compounding it with other things?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think
but now the NFL is changing because the college kids are all coming in shotgun only, or the game is changing and so
it's better. Yeah, I mean, if you're under center, you can't run RPOs, you can't run zone reads. Under center, you got to block everybody up. When you're in shotgun, you can actually leave one guy free and read him, right? Make your decision based off of his decision, and I think that just outweighs anything that you can do under center. And I hear all the time, and I agree, like it's 4th and inches, and get under center, and
right.
But at the same time, like man, these offenses operate 1,000 plays a week in shotgun. In a lot of situations, the spacing, the timing, everything else just hits better in shotgun than it does under center for them. And so it becomes actually a risk to go under center. And it's getting that way at the NFL too, by the way. Like it really is getting the same way. But yeah, I mean, did you think we would see an era where the victory play a lot of times was on shotgun? But that's the point, right?
I hate it in short yardage. I got you. I don't know why they do it as much as they do in short yardage. But
well, at the NFL level, correct. At the college level, I don't hate it as much.
Me either. I was strictly talking Jaguars specifically.
Side note question for both of you. Joe Flacco, you just brought him up.
Yep.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Man, my son and I had this conversation.
He doesn't feel like it, but I see your
start
argument.
diving, man.
I know.
Yeah. I know. You really can't argue with the numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to say
10-6 in the postseason, 3 AFC Championship games, 1-2 in the AFC Championship, but 10-6.
He's
close.
He has a
Super
ring.
Bowl.
He's got a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, that's not going to do it. That's not enough.
Not enough?
No, not just to win.
Maybe not
winning a Super Bowl.
Because I was going to say, like,
Plunkett's not even in, is he? And he's got 2.
Where is he compared to Eli, like stat wise? But Eli's got the 2.
Eli's got more stats than Joe Flacco.
Does he?
Yeah.
And he beat the best team in the history of the NFL
twice.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Flacco's on that cusp. I think he's more Phillip Rivers-ish.
Joe Flacco or Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan's an MVP. I say Matt Ryan.
Yeah, you would. I didn't watch a lot of Atlanta.
Eli threw 244 interceptions in his career. Joe Flacco threw like 156.
Yeah, but you got to give me that's nobody. Yeah, no one will ever
touchdowns.
Noted. Right. You got to get the positive. I need the yards and the touchdowns. That's what
252 for Flacco.
252 and 44,000 yards. Eli's gonna have more. 57,000 yards. 366.
No. Wow. Joe Flacco's not getting in. Yeah. Because they're not arguing Eli. They're putting Eli on the bubble. He's like...
They're arguing Eli
because they don't like
first
him.
Ballot. That's what they're arguing.
I don't know if Flacco gets in. I don't know. What Matt Ryan's probably way ahead of those Flacco numbers, too. Now
Are there other quarterbacks coming up,
does Ryan have Eli Manning's numbers? He's better, right? I think Ryan is better in touchdowns and yards than Manning.
I don't think he is, but you might be right.
Yeah, it's going to be close. He's had, like...
Remember, Eli's top 10 all time.
I would expect... I know. That's why I say that. I would...
He's got... Yeah, he does have better. 62.
Yeah.
381, 183. So much better percentage, too.
And where's he all time?
Gracious.
Oh, I don't have all time. I'm just
so Matt Ryan is, by the way, undoubtedly a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, no idea.
When you add those
many yards.
Yeah. Well, only reason I did is because of the Atlanta.
Who else is coming up in that quarterback? Because Peyton's in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Brady.
Yeah, you're going to have decisions. Well, Roethlisberger and Manning.
Yep.
You're going to have a decision on Rivers. At some point, the Hall of Very Good is a guy who's good enough to be a starting, productive quarterback forever, but never win anything. That, to me, this guy had talent.
Drew Brees will be in.
Drew Brees
is in for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Brady, Brees, Roethlisberger, Rivers, Ryan. then Rodgers and Stafford.
You can't put them all in, dude.
They're all in. Every one of these guys is in.
That's crazy.
These are top 10 all-time yards.
I don't know. I don't care. The
like
game changes. You can't put them all in. That's a mistake.
But when you say it like that, no, Joe Flacco doesn't get in.
Wait a minute. Brady and Breeze, Roethlisberger, Rivers, Ryan are mistakes?
I think Rivers is arguable.
I agree with Jeff. I don't think Rivers is.
I don't know what he did
to
to separate himself as a Hall of Fame talent. He was a good quarterback.
If you're sixth all-time in something.
I get it.
I go back to my Freddie T argument.
Yeah, I don't.
Playing NFL football for 100+ years.
What if you're sixth in all-time starts?
Yeah.
Does that wow you?
Well,
you know what I mean?
But this is a production stat.
He's a very good player. I'm in no way at all dogging Phillip Rivers, but why does he get the same path that Roethlisberger and Manning get when they both won 2 Super Bowls?
No. It's
in the same draft. He had good teams, top talent, elite teams, number 1 seeds.
But when you read
he
off
should have Aaron Rodgers' resume, not his.
12 playoff games, 5 and 7.
When you read off that list, then no, Flacco does not. Absolutely not.
No?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, if we're arguing that some of these guys are or not Hall of Famers,
I just think when you have that many great quarterbacks, there's got to be something defining,
something
that separates Phillip Rivers from Drew Brees.
But is that not? Is that not what the passing yard stat? You know what I mean?
I'm saying I think we settle down. Let's look in 50 years. Let's see.
Yeah. So when
we
you
don't
go
have
back,
50 years.
Well, my problem, you do. I mean, you have 20.
We're picking.
You have enough to.
But like when you go back and you look at quarterbacks of the past, we all talk about Troy Aikman and Terry Bradshaw's numbers and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, they won Super Bowls.
For sure.
So that is the first. Like if Phillip Rivers had a Super Bowl,
yeah,
would he be in?
If he won a Super Bowl,
one.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
I'll just tell you
we were
this.
talking about that with Brock last year. Sorry to interrupt, but we were saying last year, like he was so close to getting one.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get 2, you're pretty much in.
Plunkett, the only one, is not.
I'll just tell you this. I'll guarantee you guys, Brady, Breeze, Rodgers, Rivers, Roethlisberger, Ryan, Manning, Stafford when he retires are all Hall of Famers.
You're guaranteed, but 5 minutes ago you didn't know if Ryan was.
I brought it up. Now I'm looking at it.
I'm just saying they can't. We're not.
Once you look at it, you know.
I just don't think so. I think you can't put all those guys in.
I
Guarantee.
think Rivers and Ryan
You're
at the
putting them
bottom of that
all
list.
in, man.
Top 10 touchdown passes. I mean, these guys
but
throwing
it's for how long?
I mean,
you think they're going to be top down? Yeah. Do you think they're going to be top 10?
I'm seeing Russell Wilson right there behind all these guys.
Yeah, what about him?
Like it is crazy.
It's hard.
You guys,
it's not an easy job. No. I don't know. And
Russ may be in.
I'm not saying that those guys aren't really good. Somebody you can't. The Hall of Fame to me is not the Hall of Fame. If you put all 10 of those guys, you got to tell me which 5 are the 5.
Here's where I'll start to debate with you. Kirk Cousins.
Ugh, that's not even close.
Joe Flacco, Andy Dalton.
No,
those guys.
No, absolutely.
No.
There's no quarterbacks charging up the board. Pat's at 227.
But hey,
Mahomes, there's a lot of them.
I'm gonna play devil's
Who?
Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
Josh Allen's 181 touchdown
Burrow's
passes.
on pace. Burrow's going to retire.
They're all in the first 5, 6
But
years.
I will play devil's advocate with you. We're saying there's got to be something to separate, and we're talking about a time period where there was probably 1,200 quarterbacks, and we're only talking about 7 of them.
But here's the thing, though. Here's my point with these stats.
Yeah.
You're giving credit for stats that weren't important to you when we started the conversation. You didn't even know who was up there, not you. You don't even know who's up there and who's not. So why should that matter as much as it does if you don't recall it that way?
Well, what?
Because you don't recall it that way.
No, here's why.
Okay.
Because Matt Ryan's a slam dunk Hall of Famer because you watched him. That's why. So all of a sudden it's in. So I get that. So now. I didn't watch Matt Ryan every week, so I can make an argument why should he be in the Hall of Fame. He blew the biggest Super Bowl lead of all time.
No, he didn't.
He did. It was 28-3.
The quarterback doesn't blow a lead, Dan, unless he throws pick sixes.
Pretty sure he's the one. I'm pretty sure he's the dumbass who fumbled the football if he just holds the ball. Then the Patriots don't get it.
You're
How
way
about
out
that?
of line. You're just like, stop.
Wait, okay.
Matt Ryan. Here's the difference in Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers. I'll give you a real difference. Not watching him every week. One was an MVP and went to a Super Bowl.
He threw a pick, but Julio Jones saved his life with the greatest catch in Super Bowl history.
What about Cam Newton?
What about
Cam Newton?
What about Cam Newton?
And then you also take, who were these guys of the past generation and did they get in? Carson Palmer.
Did not get in.
Threw for 1,000,000 yards.
Should not get in.
Right? Yeah. So, who is this? Maybe.
What's the difference in Carson Palmer? And I'm not being This is the guy that's. What's the difference in Carson Palmer and Phillip Rivers?
Nothing. That's my point.
What is the difference?
That's my point.
135 touchdown passes.
Yeah. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Meaningless touchdown passes, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many conference championship games did he go to?
Yeah, you can't. Nobody can win this argument. There is no winning this argument.
Well,
on anything.
Rivers played 20-something years.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Now, if you want to have fun, you go look at like Joe Namath. He threw 173 touchdowns and had more picks, but he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, you go back.
Different game. He threw down
different game.
Even the Brunel
Troy
stats
Aikman.
back in the day.
Troy Aikman, is he a Hall of Famer?
No, that's what I'm saying. Troy Aikman's stats are bad by today's standards.
I mean,
Yeah, but when you are the
played on
quarterback on a
great
four-time
teams.
champion, you are a Hall of Famer.
Well, there also
Bob Greasy.
rules were completely
Bob
different.
Greasy's another one. Bob Greasy would throw.
Do you remember when they used to teach you if you ran a shallow cross, then it was perfectly legal for the linebacker to knock you out?
Yeah.
Before the ball's ever thrown. You remember that, E?
Yeah.
Sir.
Literally knock you out. They were playing a different game than the guys today. Like, way different. Brunel was an explosive quarterback, one of the best 5 or 6 quarterbacks in the league at that time. And he had, 20 touchdown passes max in a year?
By the way, in case you're wondering, yeah, that's a good point. In case you're wondering, Trevor has his sights set on with his next touchdown pass. He'll pass. He's currently tied with Jay Fiedler and Frank Tripucka with 69 touchdown passes. And next up, ready to take down Trubisky and Colin Kaepernick at 72. Let's go, Trev. Move up the board. Teddy Bridgewater still in his sights at 75.
Wait, who was the first 2 you said?
He's tied with Fiedler and Frank Tripucca.
Jay Fiedler.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jay Fiedler, former Jag.
Yeah. Where did he throw most of his
Miami.
touchdowns?
Miami.
Yeah.
Miami.
By the way,
Fiedler may have been the quarterback the last time they won a playoff game.
Trev now 4 touchdown passes ahead of the Chew.
I think
you're scoring it.
Really?
I think Fiedler was the quarterback when they beat the Dolphins and Lamar Smith went off.
Yeah, 62-7, you mean, the playoff game?
No. Fiedler, the last time the Dolphins won a playoff game, I think Fiedler was their quarterback.
Wasn't Fiedler the quarterback here when we played him in the playoff game or no?
No, that was...
no, he was the backup for us. Yeah, that's right. It was Marino. Yeah. What am I saying?
Oh, for them, Marino.
What did you say about Gardner? Where's he at?
65. Trevor 69.
Oh.
They're in a battle.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
You too.
Everything good?
Have a great week.
Happy Florida, Georgia.
Yeah.
You going?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Score,
How's
please?
Beck? Give me a Beck. Give me a Beck story.
He's good.
Give me
There is no story.
Give me something like.
You know what he does?
Give me something for hope.
You know what he does? He sits in his house.
Tell me
all the time.
Tell me Carson's ankle sore.
No, he's good.
That's too
He's
bad.
good. Yeah.
I wish him well, but that's too bad. He's the Whisperer. We're back with more next. It's GFL Friday.
Got nothing.
Okay.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. You saw what happened. Jeff Lageman tells you why it happened.
And here's how you know you're right.
Jeff Lageman checks the tape for you. Tuesday on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Napa Auto Care.
10 to noon on 1010XL.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Pregame Friday
is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Yo, it's your boy E.T. here, and come watch the Jags-Eagles game with me. That's right, I'll be at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra on Sunday. $9 pitchers, best wings in town, and the NFL package with all the games on. They've got 54 TVs in that thing, so you won't miss anything. I'll be giving out some swag, too, from 1010XL and Mr. Chubby's. It's going to be a party, so make sure you come say hi. Again, $9 pitchers this Sunday at 4. Eagles Jags at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra. Mr. Chubby's Wings, proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Visionaries, builders, and doers. Are you ready to change the world? Miller Electric is your opportunity to shape the future. Miller Electric is leading the charge in electric vehicle technology with our state-of-the-art EV Innovation Design Center. We're working to create a sustainable future. We're also the proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars, powering their performance at the brand new Miller Electric Center. Miller Electric, we provide competitive pay, unbeatable benefits. Apply today. MillerCareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Mr. Chubby's in Ponte Vedra is the place to be for the Jags game Sunday at 4 o'clock against the Eagles. E.T. will be out there with prizes and beer specials from Bud Light, so join him for a chance to win Jaguars tickets, plus plenty more at Mr. Chubby's in Ponte Vedra, Sunday at 4.
The right talent.
The right attitude.
The right game plan.
The right amount of fight, pride, and determination.
If you've been injured, put our force to work for you.
Farah and Farah, here for Jacksonville, here for good.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Lauren Brooks for Big Chief Tire. Right now, Big Chief is offering 6-month financing with their CFNA card, plus $50 off your first purchase. With no interest for 6 months, it's the perfect time to take care of your vehicle's needs, whether that's new tires, brakes, or other services. Their skilled technicians are here to help get you back on the road safely and affordably. Visit BigChiefService.com or call 904-932-0950 to apply and take advantage of this great deal. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
It's your boy E.T. here, and have you hit on any bets yet this week? Our listeners been killing it betting with my bookie, turning spreads, over-unders, and prop bets into straight cash, homie. If you haven't heard, it's Florida-Georgia week. On Saturday, the action pops off with the Florida Gators as 16-point underdogs to the Georgia Bulldogs. The over-under game total is 52 points. That'll be one of the most bet-on games of the weekend, so keep your eye on the line. You know it doesn't stop there. On Sunday, you have projected shootouts with the Cowboys versus the Falcons in the 52-point over-under total. The Dolphins-Bills game total is 49, and the Lions-Packers game is a 48-point game total. Jacksonville goes to Philly as a 7.5-point underdog to the Eagles. And then you cap off the night with Sunday Night Football. The Joe Flacco-led coach traveled to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. And my bookie has that double deposit bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit up to $1,000. It's the best deposit bonus in the industry. So sign up now with my promo code 1010XL and make yourself a winner with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Are you ready to upgrade your home? Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Andersen. Energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Right now, save 20% on your entire project. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires November 30th and restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Clean air, cool air, both are extremely important. Trust Florida Home AC to deliver on both with their REME Halo, the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and breathe clean and cool air.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Friday 5-Pack. Brought to you by MyBookie on 1010XL.
Before we get to the Friday 5-Pack, got a special guest on the Wiggle Wiggle Hotline.
I'm not talking to this guy.
He wanted to talk to you
I'm
and
not
me.
talking to him.
You wanted to revel
I'm not
in
even
his...
putting in my earphones.
What?
It's all due respect.
You don't want to talk to Lee?
Kinship and
Our friend Lee
friendship
Lockett?
with Lee Lockett. I'll say hello.
Does a lot for the program. He sponsors our high school report.
For you, maybe.
Know before you blow?
So I'm speaking into the microphone, and
Yes.
it's Hardy. Hardy, yeah, good. Not congratulations, nothing like that. I hope life's well. Hope your kids are doing good. Your lovely wife is treating you as divinely as you deserve. And
Yes.
Other than that, you can take all your baseball opinions, a Dodger bat, turn it sideways, and shove it right down your gullet.
Hello, Lee
I
Lockett.
can't hear him. So good. Y'all have fun. I'm going to work on the 5-pack.
He can't hear you. He's
I'm working on the 5-pack,
He's working on the
Lee.
5-pack, but I'll allow you a minute to gloat and enjoy your world championship.
I mean, well, I called for a couple of reasons, but one was definitely to hear Jeff Prosser give one of his world-renowned, internationally known anti-Dodger rants. I love it. I love it. I don't like to get screamed at by a lot of
He's
people.
talking
but
too loud. I hear him.
every
Stop.
day if I can get Jeff to scream about the Dodgers, I love every second of it. I meant to call yesterday, but as you can imagine, I overslept.
You stayed up late, watched the coverage, did you?
The night before. Yeah, it was a little tough, but I have a new name for Dan.
What's
I
that?
got a new name. Because you decided to root for the Dodgers
Yes.
and get them over the edge.
Yes.
You pushed over the edge. Dodger Dan is your new name.
No. I'm back to hating the Dodgers. I just had to.
He's too late.
My Yankee hate was stronger than my Dodger hate, which is very rare for me. Usually I despise the team that knocks my team out, but my Yankee hate was too strong.
I have bad news then. You know, the Dodgers finished with the best record in baseball without the likes of Blasno, Dustin May. Bueller didn't play most of the year. Ohtani didn't pitch. That team's coming back next year. Have fun. Good luck.
Let me ask you this, Lee Lockett. Let me criticize you as a sports fan. A couple things here. First, number one, did you go online immediately and buy World Championship Dodger gear? Has that been purchased yet?
Done.
Okay.
Finished.
All right. Well
Over.
done. Well done. Did you? Secondly, I don't think you made a sojourn to a World Series game this year. I think you were too busy running out there in Boulder with Dion and your son and doing things like that, as opposed to being where you're supposed to be, which would be in L.A. or New York.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We were talking about going to Game 6, but the boys, Hell Week played him. So he says, Dad, I'm locked up until Sunday. Turns out we didn't need a Game 6 anyway. 5 was all they needed. So
you should have said, I had tickets to Game 6, but we didn't need it.
Yeah, those were pricey tickets. But I tell you, in the season, my football season, as you know, ended pretty much when it began. Dodger baseball saved me.
Yeah, I know. You are having who does FSU open its college hoops season with? Have you taken a gander at that yet? Have you delved into that? Do they have any kind of hope in that? Because your football team is 1-7, and your beloved hometown Jaguars are not doing very well either.
No, I'm waiting for FSU baseball.
Baseball. There you go. There you go.
I'm going straight to baseball.
They should be pretty good at that.
My friend Link Jerry. Yeah, that's my only other sports thing that I've got going on. So it's bad. So I'm gonna I'm watching Game 5 again tonight. Number 5 is my new favorite number. Game 5, inning 5. They're down 5. They score 5. Give me a high 5. Go blue. I love you guys. Go do 5.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here, Jeff. Do you want to say goodbye to Lee, Jeff?
Is he still on the phone?
He's gone.
Oh, yeah.
We love Lee. Well, I love Lee.
I hate the Dodgers. I like Lee fine. I don't want to hear even people I like crow about the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So I literally didn't have to hear any of it. I heard some chuckling and some quippiness. What would you expect from an attorney?
Freddie Freeman.
Sharp-witted banter. I don't have time for that. I'm working on the 5-pack here, man. I got to get down to business.
What's the standings?
Let me give you the standings right now. You went 3-2 last week.
I think I've rallied. I think I'm closing in.
I wouldn't know if I go that far. I went 2-3, lost a game. Let's see what I got.
I think I'm -7.
You are now -7. That's correct.
And what are you?
Dan is -7, and I am now +4.
+4?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, Lord.
+5 before last week's 2-3. So I'll go first. Be forewarned. Like the formula that I've used and has worked to at least get me above 500 is I try and get some points usually. I try and find an underdog, but I love to go opposite of when like 80, 70, 80% of the public are on a game.
Yeah.
Because that's how Vegas makes its money. They sucker you in.
Okay.
So I
found one.
Well, it's Halloween. I got a whole pumpkin full of sucker bets here, dude. I got I can't get away from these games. Yet Neither can the rest of the betting public, which means we'll probably all go down together.
Those are dangerous.
So my college games in particular, so I'm going to start with one that is not in that category. I would not pick Florida State to cover a football game against FAMU.
Mm-hmm.
So North Carolina's on the road. They're capable of giving up 70 to James Madison. They only got to give up 2.5, though, to Florida State. So I'll take North Carolina minus 2.5 in Doak Campbell because Florida State is among the worst Division I football teams I've seen in a dozen years.
In honor of Lee Lockett.
That's for you, Lee. Do you feel me on that? Who do you think's going with that game?
Who's going to win?
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't care.
I haven't done much delving
I mean, one of them's 500, and the other can't beat a D3.
Yeah.
I mean, FSU is terrible.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to fight against the brand.
I know.
Like I'm going to do with this pick.
North Carolina's also terrible. I've lost all confidence in the Noles.
Mm-hmm. I know Auburn found something, but Vandy plus 7.5. I'm going to take Vandy plus 7.5.
Sucker pick.
Oh.
It's one of the sucker picks.
The money's on Vandy?
You plucked one of my sucker picks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 80% on Vandy. Getting all that. So probably if I was smart, I'd turn right around. But I've won all our head-to-head, so I'm not going to do it just for a bit.
Yeah.
But you do get 7.5.
Yeah.
I like that pick. I mean, again, that's what I'm telling you. I got a bunch of Here's another sucker pick. Illinois is getting 3 at home against Minnesota.
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
I'm taking Illinois plus 3 at home. They've been a good team this year.
Mm-hmm.
I know they lost, This is where, though, disclaimer. Boys, I'm not going through like every game sheet check down here, so maybe there's a backup quarterback involved. I'm going to go Illinois at home plus 3, and they're going to win the game straight up, so do it that way.
I'm going to jump to the NFL. I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals.
Mm-hmm, I had that one.
They're playing the Bears. The Bears are, Arizona's at home. It's basically a pick 'em. It's like a 1.5, is it?
It's a 1-point game.
1-point game. So it's basically a pick 'em game. So I'm going to take Arizona to beat the Bears.
All right. I told you I had all those sucker bets on the, on the college side.
Mm-hmm.
These are going to fall more into I am going to go kind of against the grain, at least in one area here.
Mm-hmm.
I think Baltimore's ticked. I think Denver's due for a letdown.
Okay.
Everyone is on Denver getting 8 fat points at Baltimore. I'm going to pick Baltimore to cover that.
Okay.
Beat them about 31-10 or something along those lines. I'm going to lay a bunch of points with the Ravens minus 8.
I'm gonna take points in the NFL. We just had a long conversation with Denny, but I think the Colts need to make Minnesota's wobbly a little bit. I'm gonna take Joe Flacco over Sam Darnold. I'm gonna take Indy plus 5 against the Vikes in the flex game on Sunday nights. It's Dave Brubeck in the Take 5 Quartet. Take the cymbals for a walk. Keep cymbals splashy. I don't know what I just said.
Something like that.
Baseline. Yeah, there you go.
I think I knew what you meant.
Thank you.
All right, this is the play probably should be play the under here, but if you haven't paid attention, Wisconsin's gotten kind of hot. Whiskey's getting 3 at Iowa, and I'm going to take it.
Okay. Got
for you, Luncher. You better come through.
I got an over-under bet.
Oh, total. We haven't done many totals this year.
No, I haven't. Stay away from them, but Ole Miss Arkansas looks like a high-scoring game to me. It's 53.5. I'm going to go over.
All right, my last game, I'm going to head back to the National Football League, and I'm going to play a road favorite. That sounds like death. I'm doubtful that the Packers are going to be able to overcome the injury situation. That's a good Detroit team rolling in, not some little kitty cat like the Jaguars gave you.
Yes.
We're a feline that you can afford those kinds of mishaps, but the ones you face this week, those are grown-ass men that come to bite your kneecaps.
Oh.
I'm going to take the Detroit Lions, giving 2.5 at Green Bay. That's for you, Luncher.
I don't know if they're going to win this game, but they're plus 3 at home, playing at night. They're revved up. They got a really good front four that I think can give A&M some fits. A&M's got to have a little bit of a letdown. I'm going to take South Carolina plus 3 over Texas A&M.
I think that's one of the better. I never got that far down. That's one I liked earlier in the week, and I ran out of time scrolling through the college football schedule. I had to move along. So
all right.
There you go. The picks are, what did you say it was, plus 3?
Plus 3.
The picks are in. Dan's minus 7. I'm plus 4. We will See how it goes this weekend and let you know. Play at your own risk. This is the drill. It's a GFL Friday. That's green for light.
Boom.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Huddle up this season at Hurricane Grill and Wings, where every day is game day. Enjoy their famous wings, new cocktails, and happy hour deals at the perfect spot to catch all the football action. Escape the ordinary. HurricaneWings.com.
Hey, Hicken here for Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code JAX, J-A-X, to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
When you're hungry for midday sports talk, share a table with Helmets and Heels.
It's a bad idea to travel on an empty stomach.
Mia, Lauren, and Taylor. We like hungry.
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
In its final year, we encourage you to help create great futures for young people when you run or walk at Mackenzie's Run, Saturday, November 23rd. Join Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida for a 5K and 1 mile fun run through the beautiful stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. Enjoy food, live music, face painting, family fun, and more at our Runners Village. Register at mackenziesrun.org. Mackenzie's 5K and Fun Run, November 23rd. mackenziesrun.org.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from our friends at Zero Res. You got to love this time of the year. We reflect on the things that matter the most, right? Our families, our homes, our holidays, and, of course, football. They're very grateful for you all, the good people of Jacksonville, and Zero Res wants to thank you. To get ready for the holidays, book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off tile cleaning. And it fills up fast, by the way. This one does. So book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, man. Spell it forward, spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a gravy taster from Jacksonville, Florida, me, Dennis Mosley.
Hi, Ken.
Okay, Dennis. 100 plumbers surveyed, top answer on the board. What does it mean if someone says your home has hard water?
It's made of ice? Let's see, hard water. Oh, is it club soda mixed 4-to-1 with vodka?
Last chance, Dennis. What is hard water?
Is it that lime scale stuff that makes my taps all crusty?
That's right, Dennis. And a water treatment system from Bueller Air and Plumbing will eliminate troublesome lime scale deposits that can ruin your expensive appliances and let your neighbors know for sure that you are cool.
I wonder if I can get me a gin and tonic faucet.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit Bueller Air CustomTreeSurgeons.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World,
simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Still feeling the sting from the loss to Green Bay, Jaguar defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen took the blame for the coverage on the late busted play.
It's on me. I got to change up the coverage. Don't play different coverage in that situation.
Jaguar OC Press Taylor is impressed with his quarterback having developed confidence in his replacement wideouts.
He has a lot of confidence in those guys. He spends a lot of time off to the side, throwing with those guys, talking with those guys. Not only does he have confidence in them, I think they know he has confidence in them.
Jag offensive tackle Walter Little looks to make the most of his opportunity with the trade of Cam Robinson.
A really good opportunity to get a play and get a play in multiple games, and they get to go against really good talent, scrape the top and go out there and perform.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, couple things. One, free agency starts like November 4th. How high would you go for Juan Soto, Jeffrey?
I don't need him, so I wouldn't. I mean, like in a perfect world, like if I were the Dodgers and I just outbid everybody on every single player and could put 7 MVPs in my lineup, I guess I would certainly take him. Don't get me wrong. So when I say we don't need him, I'm not implying everyone could use or need Soto. I don't care about the money, Hick. I have changed big time on that. I just don't care. It's not my money. If I'm a fan of a team, I want my owner to spend every penny he has to make my team as good as it can be.
Right.
And there's no if Major League Baseball is going to allow a system that's so out of whack, then so be it.
I don't like these deferred deals. I mean, it gives the Dodgers so much more. Like the Dodgers could literally go out and try to get Juan Soto.
Yeah, because they're
only paying Ohtani $2 million a year.
They're going into debt. Right. They're going into debt down the line.
Yeah. So it keeps
their year-to-year operating expenses way down below what they're actually paying when you average it out. So I'm with you on that. I don't. Listen,
I mean, do you go?
I'm not as. Soto's a great player. I don't know, man. I'm not as big a Soto guy.
Yeah.
He's an all-star. He's an elite player. So I don't know why you can either be, how big you have to be on a guy to be big on him.
Yeah.
But Soto to me is not. I mean, look. Yeah, he's a great player. I'm underestimating his numbers, I'm sure, by saying this. He's been awesome everywhere he's been. He's a defensive player. He's a 5-tool player. He can hit for power. He can run if he has to. He's a really good player. But those moves typically don't define next year's champion. They did last year when the Dodgers got Ohtani. They don't win without him.
I'm just looking at the top free agents. They say Corbin Burns, best fit, New York Mets. I mean, our GM just came out and said, I don't like to do long-term pitching contracts. I'd rather make trades.
Been burned by that.
Pete Alonso, best fit, New York Mets. Great. Top 2 other options, Yankees, Nats. I will promise you this. If Soto goes to the Mets, Alonso will go to the Yankees.
That'd be a good pickup for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Rizzo's not much anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Max Fried, best fit, Texas Rangers.
I told you the Dodgers have kind of fallen out. The Rangers and the Red Sox, I'm here. But I'm also hearing that Atlanta's very viable. I hear the Braves may go after Bueller. Is he a free agent?
Yes.
Walker Bueller?
Willie Adames is best fit Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, he's been rumored there for years.
Teoscar Hernandez, best fit Blue Jays. Blake Snell, Giants. Other options, Angels, Mets. Anthony Santander, who hit those 44 home runs last year.
He's an Oriole.
Nationals. Tanner Scott to the Orioles.
The Nationals are kind of getting better. If they got Santander and Alonso, they could be back in the mix as a 500 team.
They got young guys.
Man. They're getting better.
They got a really good outfield.
Yeah.
They got that Wood guy. They got the kid from LSU.
Abrams at short is growing. He's still making some silly mistakes, but he's young and
he got sent home.
Yeah, remember?
Yes.
At the end of the year, went out partying.
But anyway,
last game.
we'll see. What about your deal yesterday? What are your thoughts?
I'm okay with that. They're shredding salary, obviously. Listen, they went and got Jorge Soler at the deadline because they needed a bat down the stretch, and he served his purpose. He didn't do much but hit home runs, but he hit some big home runs for the Braves, and that's not the future there at that position. Although I will, I'm curious to see what they're going to do there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have Acuna and Harris. I mean, so that's obvious, 2 of your outfield spots, but that third spot just can tell. I mean, I guess we're going to go back to Kelenic and Laureano, maybe? I mean, I wouldn't mind adding a big-time player there. But I think the big-time upgrade is going to come at shortstop. I would throw the moon at Seager.
Is he a free agent? He's not free
No,
agent.
I'm saying I'd throw the
Trade
moon.
for
Like,
him.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Got to trade for him.
Because that unbelievable contract that he got from the Rangers by now is affordable.
I saw that Tom Coughlin's 1 of 9 finalists now for the coach spot. Only one gets in, and he doesn't necessarily get in. What bothers me about this, and like last year, they picked Buddy Parker. And that was fine. Okay, Buddy Parker has a great resume. If you look him up, he was with the Lions in the 50s. But here's the issue. Buddy Parker then goes to the voting committee.
And they didn't put him in,
They didn't put him in.
Yeah.
So I think if a committee decides and they whittle down all the coaches, because they're only going one coach a year.
Just put one a year in and put them in. They're not getting their due.
But really, it really should come down to Coughlin versus Shanahan.
I will say this,
and obviously I'm biased.
Coughlin's case has grown.
Right.
He's moved up in the he's the headline name now. He wasn't last year.
Right, which is
I think
so odd
I
how
think
this
it's
works.
going into the Jaguars' pride. It's it's being involved with the Raiders to a degree, seeing different it's being visible.
I think it's just looking too and realizing. Wait a minute.
This guy beat them twice. He did this.
Right.
You just carte blanche eliminated a couple of guys that I would put in a similar category to Shanahan and Coughlin. It was Seifert who won 2.
Mm-hmm.
But, Coughlin started his journey with, Burline and Randy Jordan. Seifert started his with Steve Young and Jerry Rice.
Fair.
But I think Holmgren is a Hall of Famer to me.
Yeah.
Mike Holmgren. He won one. He only doesn't have the 2 Super Bowls. He won a Super Bowl.
I think Shanahan will get a Hall of Fame. I think Holmgren can get a Hall of Fame.
Those 3 should go in the next 3 years.
There's one guy that I would say, because there's one guy that I would say should get Hall of Fame consideration that did not win a Super Bowl as a coach. That I think deserves.
Marty?
Yeah. Marty had a heck of regular
Well, they put
season.
Coriella in. He didn't win one. So
there's others in there, but I think
Marty's a great regular season coach.
Yeah, and he did it, and I think he did it in how many places? 3?
At the end of the day, too, it's so unfair. Gosh,
it's
amazing how
he built the Browns, right?
Beyond built them, it's amazing how one man's legacy can be so defined by another man's mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, if
fumble.
Marty, yeah. It's not the coach's fault.
No.
This dude's beating John Elway and the biggest and best in the league.
Yeah.
He's built understand the Browns were terrible when I was
the Browns
a kid.
to the playoffs 4 years in a row.
Big, championship game, back-to-back years.
Then he went to Kansas City.
Won there.
And he took him to the playoffs 6 years in a row.
He's a really good coach.
Then he
went to Washington.
Washington was 1 year and he got fired. But
what was his record?
8-8.
By Washington standards, is pretty good.
And he went to San Diego and he went to the playoffs twice.
Wow, that's
14-2 and 12-4.
Very, very, very good coach.
I just think he deserves some talk.
Schottenheimer's probably there with Phillip Rivers and LaDainian, wasn't he? Or was he before that? Yeah. At the beginning of them?
He was a 14-2 and a 12-4.
Yeah.
Lost to the Jets and lost to the Patriots.
Wow.
Now, he lost who had the torn ACL in the Patriots game? Was it Rivers?
Rivers, yeah.
He played on a torn ACL.
Yeah, he did. And got his ass beat, so he could have played on his knees. It would have been the same result. This is the drill.
9 o'clock nasty.
Oh, boy.
Let's go, Eve.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Saturdays in the South are made for football. Yes, but you can get the game day feeling on Friday night on the Bueller Air and Plumbing College Kickoff.
The big games, the big matchups.
Friday night at 6. Brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hacker here. By now you've probably heard I dropped over 100 pounds with Awaken 180. And now we want you to come celebrate with me at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra for a Florida-Texas watch party. Saturday the 9th. Yep, we'll celebrate my weight loss with great food at a Gator watch party, and for a chance for you and a guest to win a free tab at my table, text the word Chubby to the 1010XL text line at 641-1010. Plus, I'll have ticket giveaways and more fun at Mr. Chubby's in Ponte Vedra.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day or any time. That's why I'm here to tell you about my doctor, Rick Townsend. Look, I've been going to Doc T for a long time, and he's decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of concierge medicine. You can bet I'm following him anywhere. Why? Because he's the best. But here's how concierge medicine works. You need an appointment, you get in right away if you're not feeling well, right? Sometimes with your doctor, I can see you into next week. The first available is medical emergency. Here's Doc T's personal phone number. He'll get right back to you 7 days a week. It's like almost like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. And as far as doctors, Rick Townsend's the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. So whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, Doc T's got you covered. You got a lot of questions. MyPVConcierge.com has all the answers. Check them out at MyPVConcierge.com. You'll be glad you did.
Who has the best lineup this season? Honda. Cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, hybrids, and electric. This is one of the greatest lineups Honda has ever had. And now is the best time to purchase or lease one. Visit your local Honda dealer now. Remember, only a Honda is a Honda.
Who has scored the most touchdowns in NFL history?
Is your home your most valuable asset? It is for most of us. And Southern Oak Insurance recommends an annual review. Log on to southernoak.com for more information.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
San Francisco wide receiver Jerry Rice has scored 208 touchdowns in his NFL career, 33 more than Emmitt Smith.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. It's a Monday morning must.
We actually found it!
Yes. Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Baselli. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida. Monday mornings at 7:20 with Dan and Jeff on the Drill on 1010XL.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. You know, pool design has come a long way, and if your pool is outdated, Stanley Pools specializes in bringing older pools up to date for the whole family to enjoy. That's why I did it a few years ago, and man, I love the way my pool looks now after we added travertine pavers and so much else. Stanley Pools has been serving our community since 1988, so call them today at 269-7277 or find them online at stanleypoolsfl.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Slow, and I want to talk to you today about having a grateful spirit. As we journey in life, it's so easy to take things for granted. But I want to encourage you to never get tired of thanking God for your blessings. Take time also to thank the people in your life who have and are helping you to become the person you are today. Don't go through life complaining, go through life praising.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and if I know anything about the dudes that listen to 1010, they've got their own list of toys that they'd like to have for Christmas. You've got some of them in your showroom.
We've got all of them. We've got the toys for them. We got the toys for the kids. We got go-karts, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, ATVs, you name it. We've got it, and we are ready for Christmas.
So you can shop for yourself and for your loved ones. It's all happening at Cycles of Jacksonville, online or on Atlantic near Regency.
It's your boy Eats to the T here, and have you hit on any bets yet this week? Our listeners been killing it betting with my bookie, turning spreads, over-unders, and prop bets into straight cash, homie. If you haven't heard, it's Florida-Georgia week. On Saturday, the action pops off with the Florida Gators as 16-point underdogs to the Georgia Bulldogs. The over-under game total is 52 points. That'll be one of the most bet-on games of the weekend, so keep your eye on the line. You know it doesn't stop there. On Sunday, you have projected shootouts with the Cowboys versus the Falcons in the 52-point over-under total. The Dolphins-Bills game total is 49, and the Lions-Packers game is a 48-point game total. Jacksonville goes to Philly as a 7.5-point underdog to the Eagles. And then you cap off the night with Sunday Night Football. The Joe Flacco-led coach traveled to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. And my bookie has that double deposit bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit up to $1,000. It's the best deposit bonus in the industry. So sign up now with my promo code 1010XL and make yourself a winner with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
If your IT, data security, and your office copiers are operating perfectly, you must have hired ABS, Advanced Business Solutions, as your technology partner.
Advanced Business Solutions.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Advanced Business Solutions. Florida head coach Billy Napier likes what the team is getting from sophomore cornerback Amani McClain.
You know, he's doing a good job. We don't have any issues with him. He's growing up, still very much a work in progress.
Former Gator head coach Urban Meyer knows something about coaching quarterbacks to a Heisman. He's very impressed with Florida freshman quarterback DJ Lagway.
I mean, he can run it, he can throw it, to say he's a great kid. He's everything you want at quarterback, so he's got a bright future.
The annual Florida-Georgia college football game is tomorrow, and fans at Jacksonville's RV City have already set up their tailgating section. Fans are asked to show up early because parking lots at the stadium open at 8 a.m. and gates open at 1:30 p.m. The JSO suggests showing up 5 hours ahead of time to watch the 3:30 kickoff. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:06 and it's 70 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Gookin Nation. It's another hour with Duval's Big Dogs of Sports Media. Dan Hicken.
Yes.
Jeff Prosser.
Blah, blah, freaking blah.
And E to the T.
E.T. is the GOAT producer. I'm a little surprised. Usually by now you have employed the barbershop quartet to sing your favorite Georgia ditty, but I guess we're just too humbled. It's just silly. It's like it's like the bug taunting the windshield. Why?
They
why
just laugh at us.
Got a couple of cleanups here. It was Jay Fiedler the last time the Dolphins won a playoff game. Thank you. Here on the Texan Designed by Lifetime Enclosures, I'm reminded that he outdueled Peyton Manning. You ready for the numbers?
Mm-hmm.
Jay Fiedler, 19 of 34, 185. Peyton, 17 of 32, 194.
Wow.
And so this is, what year is this? Oh, what? 3 or 4, wasn't it?
I don't.
Well, the Dolphins, 02 maybe? The Dolphins, it's not in the 90s.
He was here.
My point is, Peyton Manning's been in the NFL for 5-6 years. Went on the road in the playoffs and went 17 of 32 for 194.
I think it might have been one of his first one, though, right?
Nah, he was in the 99 playoffs. They lost to the Titans.
Let's see. They played in 2000.
Oh, it was 2000, not 02.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last win, 2000. Okay, so that's only his second playoff appearance. He started 0-2 in the playoffs. Maybe 0-3.
Yes.
You were talking baseball.
I was.
A little bit. They missed and it wasn't by design. It wasn't like a failure. It's just the way the cookie crumbled, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
Baseball missed such a golden opportunity with this Yankees-Dodgers series.
Okay.
And here's what I mean. It already, is like twice as viewed as last year's. Okay, so it already was a, somewhat historic, the highest rating of a game in like 7, 8 years. But you can't help though that they left some meat on the bone there. If it had gone 7, I think baseball could have got a real shot in the arm with a true headline-grabbing story of 30-something million watching a baseball game.
Unfortunately, only went 5.
I know. Yeah. Like the last highest rated game was 23 million. This one yesterday had 18.
Okay.
So, but the 23, it wasn't some great matchup. It wasn't traditional teams. It was the Astros and the Nationals.
Mm-hmm.
But they played 7 games. Remember, that was a series of road game on every team. So you built to interest. If they could have built to a Game 7 in LA between the Dodgers and the Yankees, I'd be interested to know just where and how high it could have peaked.
Yeah.
Probably the highest rated baseball game in decades, though, had they gotten that far. And at least it gave back a little bit of, a little bit of power, the power of the traditional draw.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you like to think that if the Yankees and Dodgers meet, that more people would watch, and we've seen that matchup in other sports lately, and it hasn't translated.
Oh. Our quarterback, man.
Which one?
Our guy.
For Florida or for Jacksonville?
Jacksonville.
Okay. Trevor, what happened?
3-foot walk.
Before I get there, this is going to obviously be Halloween related, and I'm going to have to see my guy in a costume that's going to make me want to slap him.
It's my quarterback.
Yeah.
What even is that?
I don't know. What are we going as? He's coming.
What are they?
He wants to know.
Does it not say what they are? Obviously, he's some kind of
what are we?
Guy. He's some kind of character.
Is he blind? Is he the leader of the 3 blind mice? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Maybe.
No.
What does it say? Does it not say what they are?
No. Wonka.
He's Wonka?
Is he Wonka? That's not Wonka.
That's Willy
That ain't Wonka.
That is Wonka. That's exactly.
Is Willy Wonka?
Who's that?
Girlfriend, I guess. I never watched Wonka. Act like I saw Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I love Charlie and the Chocolate
I've never
Factory.
seen such a show in my life. I don't know.
Great show.
I think it's a credit to Wonka that I know what Willy Wonka is, despite never having seen any such movie. Yeah, he's Willy Wonka. That's the answer there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's the swing and a miss. That's what that was.
That's all right.
And I don't know the female character there because as I stated, I don't really deal with the Wonka.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Is that the Wonka from the Wonka movie or? I don't know.
Yes, Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate.
Yeah, but that's
him.
That's not the old Willy Wonka film. There's like
no, it's the same guy.
Johnny Depp played Willy Wonka, and then they did a whole nother movie about Willy Wonka before he was Willy Wonka.
Well, this is the one with.
I don't remember Wonka having those them Fabo shades though.
No, that ain't Wonka.
I don't remember
that. Ain't the Wonka from the Wonka that we watched. Is all I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I can't speak to how well he pulled the costume off. I can only tell you that he's supposed to be Willy Wonka.
You think so?
I know so. You know how I know?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a photo right under of 2 people in the same costumes being Wonka and so-and-so.
Yeah, but I want to see the original picture of Willy Wonka.
Hey, that's what he wears. He wears that. You know that. He wears that top hat, and he wears that flowing robe-looking thing, and that's him. Yeah. There we go. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Comfort for me right now. Right now, it's like that buffering thing's going on in his brain, spinning around and around.
I think that's supposed to be Violet Beauregard.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, I don't know her. I said I'm not a Wonka
but I'm
historian.
not sure.
But it's definitely Willy Wonka.
I think it's Violet before. Maybe it's because Mrs. Lawrence is pregnant.
Yeah.
So Violet
Willie's
ate the purple
been
stuff
busy.
and blew up.
Well,
no. Remember?
Oh, did she? No,
So
I
maybe
did remember because I was being serious. I've never seen these movies you're talking about.
Did you read the book?
No.
What's wrong with you? Are you American?
It doesn't appeal to me.
You read James and the Giant Peach?
I did not.
What did you read?
I don't. What do you mean? I've read a lot of things.
Apparently not.
Yeah, were those assigned to you, or you read those on your own accord?
I'll be on your own. Did you read the Hardy Boys?
I did read the Hardy Boys, the 3 Investigators Mysteries, Alfred Hitchcock Presents. I read some of those. I read a lot of stuff, friend. I probably read as many books as you back in the day.
I don't think so.
Now you're a book reader. I think back in the day I did, yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't care. I'm not going to get into this whizzing match with you. Stop it.
Quarterbacks.
You know, about this time yesterday, you guys were screaming at me from all sides that Garrett Wilson sucked. I mean,
is that what we said?
That's not what we said, man.
You changed it all around. Here we are. Anybody who's listening yesterday knows. The average guy went for another 9 and catch of the year yesterday. Stop.
Let's wiggle. E, by the way, I know you'll like this, so you'll probably come over here while Charlton K. Gainey's on the phone, but I've got your girl dressed up as Jessica Rabbit. You might want to see this one.
Who is this girl? Which one?
Yo, who's my girl?
That'd be Cardi B.
Oh, let me come check that out. What you got to say, Mr. 10?
What's happening, fellas?
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, did you guys happen to see the first college football? I got 2 things on Alabama, but have you happen to see the first college football playoff setup they did on ESPN? I guess it was Tuesday night.
Well, they haven't done the show yet. The first one is coming up this Tuesday. Well, they do a setup
like a preview? Oh, no, I did not.
They did a preview, and they used
10. Let me just interrupt you real quick. Those are the kind of things that you watch when your team's good, C10. I'd expect you to watch that. A Florida fan ain't watching that show.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was flipping around. It just happened to come across it. But I'm concerned with one thing. The number of undefeated teams that really haven't played anybody that may end up with 1 loss.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. Is that fair?
That kind of stuff.
Indiana, Iowa State, BYU, Pitt. Those are the kind of teams you're talking about.
At the end, they kind of made the comment that, SEC has alluded to some of the people that, we shouldn't be put in that category. We're better than that. We're kind of above that. The whole point is, I think at some point we got to go to the 4 conference, 16 teams in each conference, and make the decision based on that.
Even then, it's not fair, though, Tim, because you're like a couple of these conferences that are getting credit for the extra unbeatens. I mean, the Big 12 has 2 with Iowa State and BYU. The ACC has 3 with or I guess 2 with Pitt and Miami.
This sounds like, Charlton, a bit of a preemptive strike by you.
Who does Tennessee have left? Georgia?
No. Yeah, we still got Georgia left.
That's it, though? The only losable game?
If we end up 10-2, and you're going to put in a team like Indiana with 1 loss.
You need Bama to keep winning, friends. What you need? You need Bama to keep winning.
What if Bama and Tennessee are both 10-2? 10 will blow his head. His head will explode.
Tennessee will go.
Okay, so that was the other point.
Yeah.
2 things on Alabama. Number one, did you see the coach the Alabama coach in our game when they were running off the field and he pushed the guy back on and laid down on the field?
No.
And they called they did call the 12 men.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
That's got to be some kind of penalty. You can't.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, they're working the system on some of them.
That should be addressed. I agree.
And the last thing about Alabama is why do they not get dinged for? I mean, for me, Notre Dame losing to Northern Illinois, that's automatic out. Losing to Vanderbilt should be automatic out.
Yeah, no, I can't agree with those, but I will say this:
it's just the cred they get for anybody else. If Tennessee or Florida, if you guys were had 1 loss and it was at Vanderbilt, you'd be like, oh well, they lost to Vanderbilt. But for Alabama, they don't get that. That's the stuff and I want to say that pisses me off really bad.
Yeah, that's sports. I mean, I think you say that we would have said the same thing about Georgia year in, year out, and then last year they left them out. So I don't know if it's written in stone or if it just seems that way.
Yeah, it's annoying. But
anyway, I hear you.
There you go. Nobody better.
That was a quick shout out, a little drop.
Shout out Cardi.
Did you like that?
He came running over here. That man ran fast from that booth to your monitor.
Yeah, he did. I knew he would. Let's take a break. We'll come back, talk some Jags. Jags, Eagles. Can you muster up a way that they can win this football game? Because I'm having a tough time doing it. I am at least confident about this game as any Jaguar game that I've had all year, and I've picked them more than I haven't picked them, and so I've been wrong more than I've been right because they're 2-6, and I think I've picked them at least 5 times, maybe 6.
It's Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka, and he also had the shades on, so there you go.
There you go. Thank you. I knew it wasn't the original Willy Wonka.
Not the OG.
Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't the Gene Wilder one.
Well, that's what we were talking about.
Oh, well, I don't even – who even knows that one? That was from the 50s.
It's not from the 50s, and it's a great movie.
That's the one that I know.
Yeah, thank you, E.
Man, y'all are just
I mean, this guy.
so old.
This
I'm
guy
sorry,
just,
Googans. I'm sorry.
This guy just
doesn't. You're unreal.
You're
Shut up.
unreal. You
Leave me
shut up.
alone.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Jags coach Doug Peterson joins the Frangie Show.
That's the exciting part about it.
Coach speaks. Fridays at 4:05.
Number one prized possession on the field is the football.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors on 1010XL.
The Florida Theater welcomes the remarkable Luis Elizondo November 8th, the former head of the Pentagon's UFO program and a #1 New York Times bestseller, shares his incredible insights into the unexplained. Dive deep into the mysteries of the universe and explore the truth behind UFOs like never before. It's your chance to experience a captivating evening filled with intrigue and discovery. Luis Elizondo, November 8th. Get your tickets today at floridatheater.com.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Let's start the debate. Why would someone buy a new car from you? We have an exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new vehicle. We offer a competitive wow price plus free oil changes. How much will someone get for their trade? We offer more than $4,000 over KBV value. Well, we never lose a trade over price. Okay, when is the best time to buy a car? Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter which side you pick. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, you get it all. Let us show you why we're the winning vote.
Hey, get here for America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with more than 5 million active members. It's Prize Picks. It's real easy, man, and it's fun. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. Will Justin Jefferson have 84 yards receiving, more or less? And you watch the winnings roll in. And it's when your picks hit, which they usually do, you get your money as quick as 15 minutes because Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals, fast, safe, and secure. I like to make Sundays fun day, but you can do it any day. If you would like, download the Prize Picks app today and use code JAX, J-A-X, $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code JAX on Prize Picks, $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, man, run your game.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Go to WM.com/Duval.
If your favorite colors are orange and green, stay close to South Beach this season.
Your source for weekly Canes news and nuggets on 1010XL is the Hurricane Report.
Brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve on 1010XL.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barry here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barry Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit BarryOrthopedics.com.
Grab your lucky spot on the couch, because traditions make Sunday easy to enjoy. Bud Light,
Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you're looking for the best in indoor air quality, I've got the experts to call. Florida Home AC, the official AC provider of the Jaguars, specializing in the best air quality for your home or work with the Remy Halo. Instead of waiting for pollutants to travel through the ductwork to be neutralized, the Halo cell releases friendly oxidizers every time your fan blows air, helping those in your home that suffer from allergies and other respiratory issues. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and start enjoying cool comfort and clean air.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-743-9288. 800-743-9288. 800-743-9288.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's certainly something we're looking into because, I mean, the statistics of gaining an early lead at the end of the quarter, end of the half, things like that are critical. It changes the way you play the entire game if you're playing with a lead versus playing from behind. So that's something we're looking at. But, you know, when we got to be efficient early on in certain situations. There's some areas of our game where we're not as efficient early in a game, and we kind of find our stride later, and we got to figure out what that is.
Probably past looking into it. Probably ought to know the reasons why.
Yeah, that was my thought exactly. We're looking into it. Well, here's an idea. You fell behind 10-0 to Cleveland week 2. Maybe start looking into it then.
Oh, we got.
They probably meet the media too often. What are you going to say at some point?
This is how we roll. Jags in search of a dub. Going to Philly is a tough one. I'm not even going to play the if game. It doesn't matter if they're 2-6. They started 0-4. They've been 2-2 since, with a couple wins and a couple losses. They can't win at home, which is
the problem. Is, I think, for the Jaguars, when you gauge their matchups, I think what you have to look at is how good is the defense they're playing.
Yeah,
because our defense isn't stopping anyone. We're not going to win a game 24-10 all year.
Right.
So we're going to have to win games 31-28 or 27-17 or 27-20. So yeah, I think
we lost to a one-legged and a backup quarterback last week.
Yeah, so we're not going to do anything defensively. We're going to have to win games. So I think your biggest, the biggest variable is how is the defense you're playing. And I don't have great news there for you. I mean, the Eagles' defense isn't the best in the league, but you know what? It's top 10 in passing defense and it's top 10 in running defense.
And I got news for you as well.
In the whole NFL, not just the NFC.
You're 2-6. I'm not saying losing these guys individually is bad, but if you don't think there's a cumulative effect of losing basically 3 starters. You just traded Cam Robinson, you traded Roy Robertson-Harris, and you don't have Christian Kirk. That's 3 starters. Okay? There's a cumulative effect there. You're playing guys who you viewed as not being as good as. Okay? There may not be a huge drop-off, whatever. Maybe more opportunity for young guy, whatever. But when you were telling us how good of a team you had, how everything was great. Now you're winning your preseason game. They told us that
Fortner was a growing force in the league.
Yeah.
When he first came in. Yeah, those young guys haven't taken that next step I said this earlier in the week. You know what our problem is? You know how your GM's not doing a great job? We don't have any blooming stars.
Right.
Like I'm talking the names that you grab on everywhere around the league. You know who they are. And even the guys they sell us, is that who it could be? They're not.
Right.
They're not.
You got to hope the rookie is.
I know, but I'm saying Cisco wasn't. Devon Hamilton wasn't.
No.
Tyson Campbell wasn't.
No.
None of them have been the guys that you've said might or could or aren't.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles are number 7 in the NFL in scoring defense, giving up just 18.9 a game. In total defense, it's also a top 10 unit. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 7th there. The Eagles are 7th in total defense and 7th in scoring defense. Would you like to know what the Jaguars are?
Yes.
Yeah, in total defense, they're
like 29.
29.
Yeah.
And in scoring defense, they're 32, 31, 30, 29. They're 29th in both. So one is 7th in scoring offense and defense, and the other is 29th. The team that is 7th is at home. The team that is 7th can beat you with the big play, which we've shown we'll lay down for anyone on that, and they can beat you with the shortest famous play in NFL history, the tush push, which we will also never stop.
No.
If I am the Eagles and I get first and goal,
yeah,
I'm going to tush push until I get in. I'll do it 4 downs in a row. I'll get 2 yards of pop on you jokers.
Yeah. Tush push would be easy.
Yeah, this one has.
I might call if I'd call Kelsey down to run the tush push without his uniform on, and he'd
just for
still
fun,
push it in.
Old time's sake.
We have a little bit of a drama alert here that I want to.
I know you like those.
Bring out. I've got. You guys know who Baby Gronk is?
Yeah.
Another offer?
He commits like a
no offer.
What is his? I know he committed to Florida, but then he turned right around and committed to like Auburn or Kentucky.
Like the following week.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
the next.
Do you know? Do you know? I don't know if Jeff probably doesn't know who this guy is, but do you know who the Rizzler is?
The Rizzler.
I actually have heard that. I've heard. I don't know what somebody has referenced him. Somebody I do watch has referenced the Rizzler.
The Rizzler. The Rizzler is a kid. A New Jersey kid who went on the Tonight Show. He makes the face.
Yeah. I know. I've seen him before. I've seen him on YouTube.
Okay.
So what about him?
Well, Baby Gronk has called out the Rizzler for a boxing match.
Stop it. Now,
Yeah.
see, this is where it's off the chain. Little kids don't get to call out little kids.
He's sitting there, and I can't hear it. So maybe you can find it. It's on Drama Alert on Twitter. He's got cash money, stacks of cash, on his leg. He's got a picture of the Rizzler. I know he's been eating some candy because he's got a yellow tongue. He's calling out the Rizzler.
I can tell you
Baby
right
Gronk
now.
is older than the Rizzler.
Baby Gronk is a D, buddy.
Yeah.
I hate to call a little kid. Dad has turned Baby Gronk into an absolute POS.
Yeah.
That's a little POS kid.
Yeah.
This is just the worst of the worst. This is child abuse, what they've done to Baby Gronk.
Baby Gronk.
I don't know what kind of young man he could have grown up to be. He's got no chance because this is a belligerent little DB screaming at the camera.
Yeah.
11, 12-year-old total D.
Yeah.
That's what we got here, and that's all Dad's fault. I'm not saying he had a chance.
Yeah.
That kid right there has no chance.
I'm going to have to hear what Baby Gronk is saying.
Yeah. And the Rizzler, by the way, is just like a fat little pudgy kid. Like,
Yeah.
never hurt nobody.
No, he's a nice
So, hey,
kid.
Baby Gronk.
By the way, the Rizzler's daddy, though, he'll whip Baby Gronk's dad's
Good.
ass.
Well, that's what needs to happen.
So-
and put that on social media and let's
Yeah.
end this.
That.
And then after he whips Baby Gronk's dad's butt, he can turn to Baby Gronk and say, if I see one more thing, I don't care if you're 8, you're next. Maybe you'll scare little Baby Gronk. Look at Dan trying to get some volume over there.
I'm trying.
Got to be careful. I mean, I wouldn't surprise if Baby Gronk. Yeah, I can't do this. I can't listen to little kids trash talk each other. It's the end of civilization as we know it.
I'm trying to find.
Could they be Could they be in on this together at least or something?
This isn't the Rizzler's way. The Rizzler's just a happy little chubby kid
And this,
who makes a
this
face.
guy looks like a Biff from
he's
Back
Biff.
to the Future.
He's Biff. Biff needs to be.
I'll tell you exactly who he looks like. Actually, he looks like the bully in Toy Story.
A little bit.
The redheaded kid with the freckles and the thing. That's who the Baby Gronk's a little DB is what he is.
Well, Jacksonville's been screaming, we must answer advice on the way. Dear
All right.
Drill.
Oh, yeah.
When we return.
There's some, we've gone through the
doozies.
through the sack of letters.
I pulled out a couple that shocked
y'all are
me.
just not, maybe try this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe try taking some of the advice and answers we give to other people and extrapolating that out to some of your own circumstances
That might be good.
before you get to the point that you send us some of these letters. I'm concerned for the community.
I like that.
Dear Drill is next on a GFL Friday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. You gotta just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course football. They're very grateful for you, all the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. So get ready for the holidays. Book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res. Fill it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Getting you ready for the game. Pre-Game Friday, brought to you by MyBookie and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Hey, man, so happy to be part of the Georgia Moore Chevrolet family, and I mean family. That's how they treat me when I head over to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard, and that's how you'll be treated as well. No pressure, just friendly help. I got my boy Blue, but if you want a car or an SUV or an electric or a pre-owned or a truck like I have, Georgia Moore Chevrolet's got them all. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. Just go to morechevy.com. It's easy, more with an E, to navigate. All the vehicles there, sales, service, parts. Service department is top-notch. Use them numerous times. They're great. Get the oil change, boom, in and out. Nobody's business. Make an appointment. You're done. George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's drive.
This is Jerry Holland, Duval County Supervisor of Elections. If you're like me, there never seems to be enough hours in the day. You seem to be on the go from sunup to sundown, which is why I vote early. Listen, this ballot is very long. I'm talking at least 2 pages, and that's why I need the flexibility of early voting. I can choose a location that works for me and my schedule. You can cast your ballot at any of our 24 early voting sites. Visit northfloridavotes.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 1st, 2017, the Houston Astros win their first ever World Series title, beating the Dodgers in Game 7. Astros outfielder George Springer III was awarded MVP.
The holidays are just around the corner, and so is your entire family.
Babe, the toilet's growling at me again.
Uh-oh, the kitchen sink just turned into Old Faithful. There's no hot water!
Don't let plumbing chaos steal your holiday cheer. Call Duck Duck Rooter today to fix those issues before Aunt Linda blames you for ruining Christmas dinner. Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing pros. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Southampton invites you to enjoy a round of golf and then a round with your buds, thanks to their game day special. Every Saturday and Sunday during the season, order up 10 wings and a cold pitcher for just $22. Plus, being a member at Southampton has its privileges, like a $500 gift card when you join with a paid initiation fee. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Twilight golf every day with special rates after 3 o'clock. Don't forget trivia Thursday nights and music on the patio Friday night. All at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Sports fans, JJ LaSalva here. When I need to send my bride flowers or a plant for birthdays or anniversaries, I always go with Hume Flowers. After all, they've been the leading florist in these parts for over 75 years. You can always rely on Hume Flowers.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. We've learned now that Florida-Georgia will be played in Atlanta and Tampa the 2 years the stadium isn't ready. That is great news for Jacksonville because it puts to bed all the talk about it one day going home and home. If it was ever going to be home and home, this would be the time to do it. It's not. It'll always be a neutral site, and starting 2028, it'll always be Jacksonville. That makes me really, really happy. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. Frank Frangie here. There are trucks, and then there's the truck, GMC Sierra, with available features like the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. Nimnik Buick GMC has the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% APR financing. Head to Nimnik GMC today. GMC, we are professional grade.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Suspended Jaguars safety Tashawn Gibson was moved to the NFL Commissioner's exempt list on Thursday, opening his path toward a return to play after missing at least the first 8 games of the 2024 season. Gibson is now allowed to practice with the Jaguars, but not play until he is moved to the Jaguars' active roster. His time on the Commissioner's exempt list expires Monday at 4 o'clock. Gibson received a 6-game suspension from the NFL in July for violating the league's performance-enhancing drug policy. Gibson signed with the Jaguars in August. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Just overheard in the break. I said, Jeff, did you fart?
I said, no. I'd claim it if I staked it. But
sort of stinking here.
We did a story. We used to do Freaky Fridays way back in the day. We once did a story on haunted computers, and they apparently put off a...
Here's my cool-down session. We love football season. We love football weekends. Who has a better chance to win, the Jags or the Gators?
I'll cool down on the answer. It's the Jags. It's not even close.
Yeah.
One's 7
I don't
point
think
dog.
the Jags got no chance. Yeah, thank you.
One's a 7-point dog. One's a 17-point dog. I'll take the 7 if I got to take my chances.
All right. You think FSU has no chances as well? You think they're going to be 1-8? So that you put money on it.
They've won 1 game, and it took the final nail-biting seconds to beat Cal.
Yeah.
They're one of the worst Power 5 teams. They may be the worst Power 5 team in the country.
Unbelievable.
So, I would pick anyone again, and maybe they'll prove me wrong, and they might get things turned around.
It's just a bummer to
have
this every weekend.
This is an offensive guy. Yeah. Mike Norvell was a college receiver. He came from the offensive side of the ball. He's a coordinator before he's a head coach. I'm surprised that he has done this poor job stewarding this offense and counting on the one-man show all those years. And now we got issues, don't they? Got issues.
Can I have some music for Dear Drill?
Oh, boy. This is where I get...
Brought to you by our friend...
I lose faith in the First Coast, but at the same time, we look forward to the opportunity. Very successful...
Brought to you by our friend Rick Townsend, mypvconcierge.com. Dr. Rick Townsend, who take care of you in the world of concierge medicine. I went with Doc T. I can't speak highly enough of him as a doctor.
He healed my broken heart.
For you young people, you'll be surprised at how much it costs. Check them out, mypvconcierge.com. All right, here we go. Dear Drill. My husband and I have been married for 10 years, together for 12. We have no children, but I have 4 from a previous marriage. 2 are grown and moved out. 2 are still home and in high school. When we got together, my husband stepped right up, became a wonderful stepdad. Provider, a listener, an advice giver, a friend. He's the epitome of great dad and husband. My family loves him. I love him with my whole heart.
So far, so good.
Okay.
There's just one small problem.
The problem is?
That has recurred throughout our marriage. Drill fellas, especially you, E. He told me several years ago that he had stopped smoking the devil's lettuce, yet many times over the years I've caught him sneaking around to do it. If I ask him about it, he lies to my face and says, no, he doesn't. I don't ask unless I've seen it or found it somewhere. We live in a state, obviously, where people pretty much turn their heads.
I mean,
it's Florida. It's not the smoking that really
things
bothers
that we'll
me.
say on this show and then others that we won't are fascinating.
It's not the smoking that bothers me. It's the lying. I don't partake, so I don't understand. But how can I get him to see that I need him to be honest with me? I don't like being lied to, especially over something stupid.
Okay. I will say this. This would be my answer. I refer to the first 5 sentences of your letter.
Okay.
That your husband is this good quality and that good quality and the other.
All right.
And the only bad quality he's bringing to the table, by what I'm reading here, is you nagging him about a habit that he enjoys, one that doesn't keep him from being all of those good things that you just said he was. So the problem here is, unfortunately, you carry the persona with your husband that he can't be honest with you. That you love him if he's exactly what you think he should be. Even though he has proven to you with all his other actions and behaviors that he is just fine. So that's the answer. Why do men not tell you women things? Because y'all scare us to death with your judgment and your condemnation.
This is a very simple thing. Very simple.
Okay.
This is your husband, correct?
Yes.
And you open up to your husband about different things.
Yes.
We're going through a very important time right now, which is called election season. Ask your husband, hey, what are your thoughts on Amendment 3? And go from there.
And you know what I was going to say? I'm not voting for that. My price is going to go up double. Yeah, I'm not letting the government get involved in that. That's all I say to you all you healthy daily pot smokers out there. You guys are already getting your weed. You pass this Amendment 3, they're going to charge you more. I don't know. This is my opinion.
They going to wax you.
They're going to get you, man.
They going to wax you.
Let's turn over the contraband trade to the government. That sounds like a good idea.
We got one more. This one's a little tough.
Hold on, let me switch it up.
One more Dear Drill letter.
Okay. I hope that helped. Yeah. Listen, as to the first couple, y'all got a great relationship, man. You got to stick up your butt a little bit about something that now in today's day and age isn't that big a deal. So y'all get together.
I believe it's more about the line than the sweet stinky, but who am I? I just read them.
Yeah, but yeah.
Dear Drill. My boyfriend's 18 years younger than I am.
Woo.
Our relationship hasn't been perfect, but I love him to death.
Is this on Desperate in Dallas?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm going through menopause and I have all the side effects.
Okay.
Long story short, he found another girl. It was just supposed to be for sex. And he told me he wouldn't get into another relationship or marry anyone but me. Well, he fell for her, which I warned him he was going to do. They're both at my apartment. I'm trying to make him happy by allowing this, but he can be so mean to me and he's so nice to her. He tells me how nice she is, etc. I told him it's because he hasn't hurt her yet. He won't have sex with me now. He claims he isn't favoring her, but he is. I love him so much. I don't want to lose him. I'm in so much pain because I can't please him in every way. I don't know what to do. Should I allow this and try to make it work? Or should I give up since it seems like he's given up on me?
I don't know if I can help your particular situation, madam, but if you could just forward me your boyfriend's number. I got a group about 8,000 guys behind me who want to get a high five from my brother. It just gets weighted on hand and foot. Listen, lady, just have like one modicum of self-respect if you have any left. Kick your freeloading 18-year younger boyfriend out.
Yeah.
I don't know what you expected when you started dating a dude 18 years younger. So your menopause, I'm going to say 50. He's 32?
Yeah.
That's on you, man. You should have ridden that train for about, I don't know, a month or two and then moved on to somebody more age appropriate.
You've been known to run around with some older women.
He
What do
ain't
you
afraid.
think?
So basically, she been handing over that income tax check to this youngin for the past couple years. But now ain't nothing to talk about. Well, actually, you want to talk?
Talk about these nuts. Yeah.
Hey, menopause is a real deal, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even imagine. I mean, listen, menopause, when you get older and, you deal with it because you're all older. But, I mean, I couldn't imagine if you're 30 years old and suddenly your, quote, girlfriend has got menopause.
I mean, I don't
I don't
like to comment on life relationships. I'll let you two guys do it, but just so I understand this. It's a lady who has a boyfriend. She says she's going through menopause, so she decides, he says, well, I'm going to get another girl to have sex with, and I'm going to live here with you.
Yeah,
Well,
like I said,
lady,
no self-respect.
You're not the girlfriend. You are the sugar mama.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're
and
not
that's
even
your
that.
apartment?
No. You have you're in menopause with a 30-year-old boyfriend. This ain't working.
Where is this happening
It's
in
not
Jacksonville?
going to work. And by the way, he doesn't want to have sex with her anymore. That's because he's got a new girlfriend that he likes.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me, so stop it. What are you doing? Kick him out now.
Let me get that check, though.
Kick him out. Kick him out. Kick him out.
You got to get him out of there.
I'm trying to help. I'm not trying to be mean.
I know. Crazy.
I mean, sometimes you people just got to take the bull by the
Anyway,
horns, make some decisions in your life. I mean, we're getting to the point that pen's meeting paper on these issues. You ought to have enough to saddle up and get these things taken care of on your own.
As always, you can send the letters. We'll read them. Dear Drill. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
In your letter.
E?
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Injury Care Centers, the exclusive provider of BioTarget regenerative therapy for pain. Visit GoBioTarget.com for a location near you.
Morning, Tone.
Good morning.
Football Friday. What do you got cooking today on Jaguars Today here that begins in roughly 12 minutes?
Tom McManus will join us as he does each Friday throughout the year, and we'll give our keys to victory on this Friday, although this may be the least enthusiastic I've been about that.
All right, good. That's interesting because we talked about this, one of the themes of the show today. I was just curious about your thoughts. I like to pick the Jags. I find reasons to pick the Jags. I try to get optimistic. I have zero for this one. Zero optimism about this game.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of optimism about it. I think Trevor Lawrence gives them a chance pretty much every week.
Okay.
Right, but
I like that.
That's about it. You know, all the weaknesses they have on defense right now, matching up against this Philadelphia team, it's just hard to see the path, right, to a victory. Thank goodness, in my mind. I get it, some fans were upset when it got moved off Sunday Night Football.
I'd rather not be on. Yeah,
right.
We're just embarrass ourselves. No, give me 4 o'clock. I'm fine.
With what I expect to happen on Sunday, I'd rather the whole nation not be only watching that.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
That's probably fair enough. All right, well, appreciate it. Have a great show.
Thank you.
It's Mike and Tony.
You got a score for Florida, Georgia for me there?
35-17.
32-20. Similar. I'll go 32-20.
Could it be 25-20 late?
I hope.
Or scrapping and fighting?
I don't know, man. I don't trust anything about the development of either that team or the one that we root for here on Sundays. I don't trust either one of those teams carrying anything that I've seen from one drive to the next, much less 1 week to the next. So I just don't know. It's like they're the box of chocolate season, man. I don't know what I'm getting at either one of those teams.
Yeah.
No idea. All right. Jaguars Today is next. Been a GFL Friday. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Bye, Felicia. The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.